Hello everyone, this is Meltman of Gaming Philosophy. Welcome to the Vampire the Masquerade live stream. We are just getting started now. This is Session 2, Vampire the Masquerade, The Lost Tribe. Our storyteller, Catherine Knowles. We have myself, Meltman. We have Crowley, who you can go ahead and find over on his Twitch. Let's see, shout out.
Don't waste your time.
No. I'm always going to do it. Shout out for Crowley there. And then, of course, my good friend E.T. Laserbeam. And we will have Taylor, also known as Cantelo. Kentley?
Also known as Bash Pryor, also known as Burley McManderson, also known as other things.
Also known as.
Yeah.
So we're getting started. We're working out a few quick kinks and stuff real quick. Not that way. Okay, so Kat, do we want to go and do something outside the dice roller, because I still can't seem to get it to work.
Yeah, I've tried messing with it for a bit, so let's do this.
I have another dice roller that I could suggest to you if you'd prefer, if this doesn't work out.
Yeah, if you're already set up, and make it faster.
Let me go ahead and get the copy link, and I will use Zoom to message it to you so you can take a look at it. And that one does have a roll history that you can ask to see the player's roll history and everything on it. Hey, Dagger, thank you so much for renewing your sub. 7 months running. I appreciate you, but I really do. And hey, hello, good evening to you as well. Thank you so much for coming. Again, I'm sorry guys that I haven't been streaming. I know, like, all of you know why. I don't want to go into too much detail about it. I don't want to get emotional on camera. So we're just going to keep to what we're streaming today. And any personal questions, I ask you to hold them for a future stream.
While we wait for Taylor, I will go fill up my glass with ice and I will return.
All right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this dice roller is pretty simple to use. So.
Yeah. I use it for a couple different campaigns online where it's like, you know, multiple people. And, you know, you just go ahead and if you think you have a question about how someone's rolling something, you say, can I see your history real quick? And then you just put it up on Cram so people can see it. And then, of course, if someone's cleared their history, then as the storyteller, you go ahead and
I don't
because
think anyone will do that, right?
Oops, I accidentally pushed the clear history button.
Yeah,
wait, no, ignore those other rolls. They were practice rolls, right?
Right.
But yeah. Do you want me to share that with the group, or?
I put it in the Vampire chat, so hopefully everyone got it.
Okay. Hopefully we can figure out why the dice roller is being challenging.
Technology's just been like that for a week now. Just everything that we've touched is falling apart.
Oh, by the way, got a lot of compliments when I ported the live stream over to YouTube about you. People apparently think you're quite stunning.
Oh, thank you. I assume you mean all in personality. That's how the comments go. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
Well, now they get my business side today. I tried to put my hair up in a bun, but Cherise Foreman has a lot shorter hair than I do, so I gave up on that.
Oh, and here we go. Here comes Taylor.
Good evening, creatures of the night.
Alright, I did a slightly different setup than last time, so it should be able to see everybody constantly. There we go. Alright.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Hey, hey.
Oh, echo, echo, echo. Oh no. Oh my god! Alright.
It's terrible.
Oh, Crowley missed it.
You did.
Yeah.
You went to get some ice because you took so long.
E
I have a lot of technical things to get done on my side.
A lot of technical things.
Then.
What'd you say?
It's in my order. I can do whatever I want today.
It's true.
Yeah. I got everything I need.
So which one are we doing?
So there's one in the Zoom chat for you to know as well, Taylor. For the vampire chat, there's a dice roller that's on there. And it keeps history, so.
Yeah.
You go to the vampire one. If you go to your app,
Oh lord. How do I do?
we'll accept that. We don't really need to look at eyeballs.
You open your third eye so you can take a closer look
Do
at
you
it.
have Discord open?
Yeah.
I'll just, or you know what? I'll just send it to the Zoom chat. That'll make it easier for you.
I have both.
There. How does that?
Bam.
Yes, if you want to mess with it for a bit.
But it's pretty easy. It's in the full roll mode. I just need to set it to 210.
God, I don't have to move all the icons. I can just move people on Zoom. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, he's very good.
shit.
Fixing your layout real quick, Crowley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm opening up streams.
You're such a jerk. Ugh.
Wait, who's what? What?
I know what you did.
I gave you all the ice.
Ugh. Terrible. I'm learning I don't like tequila.
Yeah.
Hey, tequila.
Da, da, na, 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 na.
I'm not gonna finish that. God.
Alright. Is mine better?
Oh, is yours nice?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. There's so much trust in that face right now. So much trust.
Do it. I will tell you, it has less alcohol in it than yours, because I'm a lighter weight.
Mmm.
I feel like it's like a Princess Bride situation.
Aha!
Which cup has the iocane powder?
Yep. It's better, but I just don't think I like tequila. That's what I'm learning.
Well, I've done everything I can.
That's right, I appreciate it.
Well, hopefully at least finish that one.
I'll do my best.
I can keep adding orange juice, dilute it a bit.
Alright. Let's get my music up. My right music, I should say.
Okay, so. Alright.
Oh, nice little
There we go.
backdrop, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Crowley setup.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm pretty much ready to go. I can fix things on the fly.
Alright.
Alright.
Do you want me to like put
So,
the
Cantor, here's the
microphone
meat.
between us? I'll do that.
Yeah, but where's your vampire notes?
They're here.
Oh, you can't forget the vampire notes.
I'm burning most of these, I'll have you know.
Oh, really? Will they be leaked on OnlyFans first?
Why is half that bottle of mead gone already?
Well, you see,
um,
now listen, okay, with a full gallon, right, I don't get a full gallon back because of all the yeast. So I'll get like half a bottle with less. Or less.
Gotcha. So it's multiple bottles. That's just the.
Oh yeah,
least
yeah, I got
one.
more down here. Oh. Yeah.
All right, because that's what you sent the picture of, and I was like, my goodness.
I'll send you a bottle. FedEx it.
FedEx it.
See, I don't think I'll be ever rolling more than 60-10 at any given time. I'm pre-saving on the all my rolls ahead of time as far as setup.
Click.
All right. So I understand. Are we going to be starting out with who first, Kat?
If it's okay, I can start with ET, but if you want some time to get into it, I can start with Taylor.
I'm fine whenever you are. I am just gonna flow with the
Go with the flow.
today. Thank you, Carly. I always count on you to catch me when I'm tongue tied.
Alright. Alright, then I will be starting with Miss Thorwald. Thorwald. Depends how you want to say it.
Thorwald.
Lynn. I'll be starting with Lynn. Alright. Where we left off, you're able to stir yourself out of this haze that you found yourself in as you noticed that Calamity was taking you towards Chicago, towards the city. You quickly got control of the reins and changed his direction. You are heading back to your farm. Now, it is your farm, so if you want, you can spend a little bit of time explaining how big your farm is, if you have any other animals that you raise, any chickens, pigs. If you want, you can feel free to let us know, but if not, we can just move forward. It's up to you if you want to talk about it.
All right. From what I was thinking, she probably had some livestock. She probably would have had. Yeah, that's my sister-in-law. She would have had some sheep, probably, and some. Have you ever heard of Anatolian Shepherd dogs?
Okay.
They're well known for protecting livestock.
Alright.
Yeah, they're really great dogs.
Alright. Any chickens or pigs, anything like that?
Nah.
Okay.
Sheep and dog.
You know, can't go wrong. Cotton's not bad. Right. I'd have sheep's delicious, but you've had
wool?
dog. So
No, I don't think she means the wool.
No.
Well, she said cotton's always good. And I was like, wait, don't you mean wool?
wool, yeah.
She gives you wool.
Yeah.
I played Minecraft
Did you really?
back in like alpha.
Okay. Well, you make your way back. It is, of course, late at night. Sun won't be rising at least for a few hours. Wildlife, quiet. Dogs, alert, but quiet. Seems like even the chirping of the birds that echo out into the night, rather annoying most of the time. You don't even hear that. Eerily quiet. Strangely peaceful at the same time. But you bring Calamity back and get him set up in the stables. Now, you always breed usually one horse at a time. And I mean, with the amount of training you put into that horse, you make plenty of money just doing it, a few at a time. The stables is plenty of room for the one. You could easily fit probably 5 horses in here, but enough room for Calamity to run around, maybe cause a little bit of ruckus, get himself comfortable. And so, he seems to take kindly enough as he makes himself home. Mostly he's just looking around and feel for the place. Close up the stables. As you look, as it's not quite yet the color of the sky has begun to change, but you know it will shortly. You head inside. Get yourself something to eat out of the fridge. We'll open a bag. Whether you rip it open or just puncture it with your teeth, you get yourself something to eat to wane off the crushing hunger of the morrow that it brings. Is there anything else you would like to do before you go to bed?
She probably would have done a little bit of research on what the name of the horse she heard.
All right.
Personally.
Do for me then. Let me look at what your best stats are. Let's make this fair for you. Let's do wits and investigation.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Should be 6 dice for you.
Right, trying to
No, you're good.
figure out how this thing moves.
You're trying to use the dice roller.
Mm-hmm.
Go down to full roll, and what you'll go ahead and do
Okay.
is do in the parentheses. The first number will be 6. The second number will be 10, and
Okay.
then it'll only do one roll of that when you click roll, and that'll show up in the roll history.
Okay, so 60-10? Or was it 40?
That's 60-10, yeah.
Yeah, 60-10.
Alright.
And then if it's 1 to 5, it's a fail. 6 and above, it's a success.
Yeah, there's 3 successes.
Okay. Alright, you do, I mean, everyone's got internet this time of age. You can easily just do a Google search, as you have been given at least something to look up. Now, the first thing that pops up is you're going to learn is it seems like this type of horse, I'll put it that way, is known through, I mean, you see it through Irish history, known as, they're like water horse is the best way to put it. They often just submerge from water, oftentimes even just laying and waiting, and they're rarely nice, I'll put it that way. They are aggressive, for sure, territorial. But that, 3 successes, you said.
Kind of similar to a Kelpie?
Very similar, yes. Kelpie is, a little like Scottish, Celtic, yes, exactly. It seems like it's kind of where it branched from. You also find some funny things, like has been seen in video games. You will find some Final Fantasy information, which is always fun, but mostly, yes, it is just a, let's say a very similar creature to it would be a Nixie. But they are just that. I mean, it's, how they describe it is kind of what you're looking at. They usually have a more wolf, aggressive-like face, but the body of the strongest breed of horse. Color can vary. And sometimes it seems like in the lore they can even shapeshift, often inhabiting something that could easily swim. Not so much shapeshifting into like a human or something like that. Well, you get at least where the idea came from, especially from its appearance. Now, can this thing actually shapeshift in water and do these crazy things? Well, to be honest, look at you, look at what you are, who knows? But it's definitely something that you might need to find out. Anything else you would like to do before you go get some rest?
I check on the dogs and the sheep real quick and then probably head in.
Alright, yeah, you check on the dogs, just fill up their water, go check on the sheep, make sure they have enough to eat. Their stalls are clean, especially because sheep are known to be rather messy. You just make sure they're taken care of for the night, that they're warm, that they're comfortable, and that, you know what, nothing snuck in, though your dogs are very vigilant. It's a quiet night. You notice right away, and go ahead and do me a favor. Roll for me a social, which most likely will probably be your charisma at a 3, and your animal cat. This isn't a horse, so you only get the 3. So you're rolling 6d10, just like last time.
That one got me 4 successes.
All right. Picking up on both the dogs and the sheep, you get the sense that they are nervous, a little skittish. The dogs seem a little bit more aggressive than they normally are, even to you. And the sheep, when you just walk in, they seem to be trying to get as much distance from you as possible.
Undermine.
It seems, yeah, they usually are quite happy, both of them, to see you, but something has them off put. But nevertheless, they should be okay for the night and for the day, since you will be sleeping until the sun goes back down. Anything else?
She would be. Obviously, she would try and make sure that the area that that Calamity's in would be very much secure, so that none of her animals, the other animals, would possibly get hurt.
Okay. Yeah, you make sure all the doors are closed. I don't know if you want to bar anything down, but make sure that at least there's no way that a dog's going to be wandering in. No sheep will get lost and make its way in here. Most definitely make sure that, unless this horse does some crazy maneuvering, there's no way it should just be getting out. It's going to have to break its way through if it was to do that, and well, that's absurd.
Sure. I don't trust it at all.
I don't trust you, demon horse.
Yeah, yeah, a fence is gonna keep that thing in, period?
We'll see. If my dogs die, I'm gonna be really upset.
No, it doesn't matter about the sheep. If you lose a sheep or two, that's fine. Just don't kill the dog.
Yeah, the dogs are...
The sheep are livestock. The dogs are family.
You're
Exactly.
nervous as you get yourself to bed. Make sure that all your windows are barred. No sunlight that comes through. Everything is locked so no one accidentally wanders their way in and tries to do you a favor by opening up a blind a window seal or something. So, nope. You make sure everything's locked up. You know this. You've done this millions of times. You are as full as you'll ever be, as you know this curse, and you get yourself some rest. And you awake. The sun is now, it's just a little bit of red as the night sky now begins to take hold. First thing that you notice as you get up, go ahead and do me a favor. Roll me 1d6. We will see if you are awaking hungry.
Is it D6?
Just 1d6. Oh, did I say d6 again?
Yeah.
Why do I keep saying d6? Why do I do that? Do I play too much D&D?
That's why I was a little confused.
It's a d10.
Okay.
I keep doing that. D6s and d20s, yeah. You never use a d10 in D&D.
Well,
Got 2.
Or D12.
Right. You got a 2? Okay, on your character sheet, you will find on the left-hand side towards the bottom, it'll say health, willpower, humanity. Underneath
Right.
that will say hunger. Go ahead and put 1 hunger in.
Okay.
You awake, and the first thing that you notice is that beast is stirring. It's hungry. Blood bags sate it, but you know that it finds no enjoyment in this life that you have forced upon it. It's easiest for you, it's safest for you, but this beast does not care. It wants more. And it's quiet still. Still, you're not awoken to the sounds of those birds. Not only are you awoken to the sound of your sheep, it's just quiet. Just like when you went to bed. So what would you like to do first? You're hungry, it's quiet, you have a demon horse.
Yeah, she's gonna check on the horse first.
Alright, you quell that beast to tell it too bad so sad as you beeline towards the barn where it's being kept in its stable. First thing you will notice is where the horse was brought in through the big old barn doors. It looks like this just been brute force has broken its way out. There's chunks of wood. There's chunks of wood that is sprayed against the front grass area. Not only that, but your attention is drawn to these specks of debris. It's almost as if there is ice that kind of sprinkles upon it. It's not that cold. It's probably like in the 70s, low as 60. But it
That's
looks
cold
like
for over here.
You're right. Right.
Arizona.
It's winter time, yes, but there hasn't been any sign of a storm or anything. Usually it's not till later. This is a little strange. And as you get a look at the actual door of where they've been just smashed in, you just see, yes, ice that just trickles around it. No sign of a horse. And as you take a good look around to at least figure out where it could have gone, go ahead and roll me a mental and an investigation. So it'll be a 6 for you if you want to use your wits. It's your highest.
Demon horse.
2 successes.
Alright. Well, first thing that comes to your attention is when you check on the sheep. It's quiet. Eerily quiet. As you don't even have to open a door as you come around the corner. It too looks like it's been bashed in. Completely iced over, just like the last one. As you make your way on in, you just see carcasses. On their wool, where there's not bits missing from these creatures, it definitely looks like the intent was not to eat, just to kill. And these creatures too, on their wool, do they have just ice crusted upon them. The blood that they lay in, it too, some parts of it are solidified from the cold. You check on your dogs as you call out for them, you whistle for them, but there is none that answer your call. I'm a dog killer. Done it before.
Bad thing about vampires, everyone has a dog and it runs into a vampire or a demon and
I am legend.
No, just imagine werewolves. Werewolves and dogs.
Yep.
Especially if the dogs are the protective sort.
Well, then they would just turn on you, honestly. They'd be like, you know what, this guy's cooler than you, bye.
this guy's speaking my language. Literally.
Yep. But at least your house is untouched. It didn't
Yeah,
look
my
like you
house
really
is
wanted to
untouched. She's
barge
breaking
in
down
there.
crying over her dogs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time training those puppers.
Go for the doggos.
All you know right now is your animals are slaughtered and Calamity is missing. And your barn is destroyed.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I mean, good
least-
evening.
The horse is living up to its name.
Yeah.
True.
the thing is now, she's probably gonna go and kill it.
Yo.
Wanna kill it.
Ooh.
Kill it.
Oh. Yeah, well.
Like, it could have worked, but then you went and killed my animals, so now you're gonna have to pay.
Blood for
When you
blood,
start
it's
with the
only
sheep,
fair.
we could have been good. No, yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Well, as you investigate around, really all that you can find for any sort of trail for where Calamity could have gone was there is a little bit of blood that seemed to have dripped off its mouth after gorging itself. But it's going to be a fun trail to keep with this kind of horse. You better hope that it left maybe ice, seeing how that seems to still lasted for whenever it broke out.
Prevalent.
Or maybe there'll be a trail of other animals.
Could it be
Honestly.
possible I roll Animalkin in order to track the horse?
Yeah, I say so. Go ahead and roll me your wits and animal kin. And that'll be a horse, so that will get you a 7d10. Or actually, your wits will give you an 8d10. My goodness. That's pretty
She
good.
knows her animals.
Yeah,
Okay.
specialty.
All of those were successes.
Hmm.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Look. I am control copy.
There you go. No, that's just good for the record.
There you
books. I love
go.
that.
Oh, there's a freaking perfect in there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
You mess with my
So-
dogs.
she's
Yeah, very
pissed.
bad.
She's pissed, and that horse ain't gonna get away with this shit.
All right. Well, let's go horse hunting, shall we? Alright. Well, you follow the little bit of trail that you have to go off of. Little specks of blood and a little bit of ice just from the dew and the natural water that the grass, plants, everything around it makes. You're able to find a decent trail as it leads you, first things first, to what looks to be like a honestly no big, it's a big pond, but it definitely doesn't seem to be very deep, not deep enough to be a lake. You know this area, you can go fishing here, and that's usually what people do. You don't really see, it's not really deep enough to go boating or anything like that, but if you're looking for just a few fish here and there, this pond will suffice enough. You live alone, there's really no one competing with you. However, it's a little different today. As you see, surrounding the edges of this pond is ice. And floating in the pond is just probably a little bit under 100 dead fish that just float on the top. If you had to guess, this pond is going to have to be restocked. There is no life that remains. Even the poor plants that surrounded this pond. Frozen. Did you make your way around? Assuming whether it went inside the water or what it did, how it did it. Maybe it just went hunting for each and every one, but they don't seem to have bite marks or anything like that. You continue on the trail until it finally leads you to what looks to be an abandoned shack, honestly, barn. It hasn't been lived in probably 50 years by the looks of it. There's still potential. This definitely needs some time, tender love and care. Whoever owns these lands has definitely either forgotten about it or has put it on the wayside. But you check. What you first notice inside is the smell. It smells like burnt. Like inside, you find what looks to be a fairly large dead coyote. Its fur has been completely charred. Bits of it has even been cooked. It looks like it's fresh, though it smells horrible. Go ahead and roll for me. I don't think you have that, so you know what, I'll just do probably an awareness. I think you have that one. Yeah, roll for me a resolve and an awareness, so 4d10.
Not a single success in there.
Yeah, you try to get a good look at this thing, but as soon as you do, you notice that there are things wriggling inside it. And that's really all that you can give your attention and focus to is this thing. It even looks like this poor dead coyote is breathing because of the amount of critters that are inside it. You back off after that and, well, continue on your hunt. And as you continue tracking the horse, finally you see in the distance some light. As you get closer and closer, it looks to be a country home with lights on. You can definitely tell that there are people that inhabit this house. It's quiet. The door is wide open. It doesn't look like it's been broken into or anything like that. No, it just seems like it was just left open. What would you like to do?
I have no stealth.
I know that feeling.
What is stealth?
Do the tracks lead right into the house?
It's hard to say, honestly, but with such a good roll, it definitely appears to be so. It's hard to say because definitely this family has horses of their own, but there's definitely horse tracks that lead inside, and these ones are a little bit different than from the normal horse.
Sorry if you can hear my dogs.
That's fine.
One's still alive.
Yeah.
Aw.
Let's see. Or maybe they're just country dogs right there at that house. She's gonna get close to the house and try and peek through the windows.
Okay, you want to try to do it quietly? Because if so, you can still
Yeah.
roll your dexterity. To at least
So just-
try to move quiet. So it'd be 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Better than nothing.
Hey, both successes.
See, there you go. Alright. You know what? You know you're not the stealthiest lass, but you know to take off at least, a few of things that rattle as you put it in your pocket, as you then make your way up close to the window. Quiet. You hear the sound of a TV. Sounds like sports, honestly. It's hard to tell right away which one, but it definitely sounds like an announcer. As you get closer and take a peek
Bless you.
inside.
Thank you.
Zoom tight. The first thing that you notice as you peek inside, you do see the light from the TV, though its back is to you. There is a couch that faces the TV, faces you. Zoom tight. And you see that slumped, not so much on the couch, half on the couch, half on the ground. There's what looks to be what most likely was a man. An adult for sure, though there is very little details left that you can get. This body has been abused, mutilated. mutilated. There's barely a face left. It's even hard to see what even race this person was, because their skin looks not like that it was burnt, not like that it was frozen, almost like it was melted. Like acid was poured on his body. And you can even see his intestines that kind of have slid out with time from his posture, being slumped on this couch as gravity is just kind of taking its toll. You don't hear any noise at the moment, but you definitely see what looks to be movement. There is a shadow further inside the house. What would you like to do?
I mean, she would have had a rifle at her house. She would have brought that.
Probably.
Please, thank you.
You're the conceal carry kind of lass, I think.
I mean, she's a bruja.
Right. I'm coming in armed.
Yeah, especially with this crazy thing.
What do you mean? It's just your new horse.
Yeah. Don't
You know.
all your horses kill all your livestock off?
Kill all my livestock,
hunting.
kill a whole lake of fish.
And your neighbors.
Insatiably murderous, disemboweling people and melting their skin clean off? Normal horse behavior, yes. Total normal horse behavior.
Yes. You
Fine
know,
book.
he's just misunderstood.
Right.
You're just hungry.
Well, you pull out your rifle. Nervous now. You're not even quite sure what this horse is even fully capable of. Are you going to go inside, or are you just wanting to hold your ground and wait to see what happens?
Is a bruja with anger management issues.
The door's getting
Do it.
kicked in.
Yeah.
You go inside then, huh?
Lynn dies on the second session. I'm doing that.
You're not dead yet. Don't do that to yourself.
Best characters die in this game.
Hey. You're not dead yet, okay?
Look, she's a little suicidal.
Oof. Well, I
Every
mean,
vampire should be.
yeah.
Well, you take that rifle and you head on inside. As you make your way, following what little bit of movement you can see, you find behind the couch a woman. At least only what you can tell was a woman based on the clothes. By the size, most likely an adult. But once again, it's just like the gentleman. Face completely just... This one is more so encaved, like a brute force is kind of hit and it just broke inside. There is no way to be able to identify this person, even with just DNA samples or fingerprints. I mean, acid, once again, looks like has been poured on this body. Which
Well,
is
if
further
anyone ever
inside.
needs to, like, the perfect murder, just ring up Calamity, apparently.
Yep. Just confuse the police.
Sure.
And going inside, you are met with an even gruesome sight. I didn't think it could get worse, but there are 3 bodies and a horse inside what looks to be... It seems to have been, this was maybe where like the washroom area was. It looks like it was even a little part of it was like an office study, you know, that kind of thing. It's in complete disarray now, as what looks to be 3 bodies. One of what appears to be an adult, based on the clothes. Definitely seems like it was an older woman. And on the body, just shape. It seems to have been like an older woman, possibly even older than the one you saw inside. And 2 children. Hard to really tell the age, but you're ranging probably somewhere between for the 2. Even hard to tell the gender for these 2. Neither they both seem to be at least, dressed in jeans, but very much, they're both dressed in, field work clothes, so it's hard to say boy or girl, but ranging from 14 to probably 8 years old, these two kids are. And Calamity, well, he seems to be in high spirits as he is just chewing on one of the bodies of the boy. One of the ones that seems to at least have been taller, possibly older. And on his body, you see glyphs that glow, that burn a neon green color. And I'm just gonna send you, just you, something.
Okay.
I'm gonna basically send you what it is that you see. I'll send it to you on Discord. How does that sound? Is that okay?
Sounds
Or are you
good.
not on there?
Yeah,
This
that's
is just a
fine.
picture of dead people.
Freaking nightmare. Literally a nightmare. Freaking.
Oh,
No, this is what's glowing on its body. That's
Okay.
all it is. No nightmare. Well, there you go. Make sure I sent it to the right person. Perfect.
Yeah.
That would have been embarrassing. Sent to like Crowley.
Random
like,
things.
Right. That is the shape sigil that you see, though it is a bright neon green, and there are probably about, this is just a quick spot from what you can tell by this massive creature, with 6 that are ingrained, scarred, really hard to say, within this creature's body. But as it eats, and you hear this crunching, this slapping of flesh, go ahead and roll for me. Now, staring at these makes you feel
I'm feeling.
right, but not like that. It makes you feel sick. Not nauseous. Something that you've not felt before. I need a willpower. So for you, that's a composure and a resolve. That'll be a 5d10.
alright.
Yes.
4 successes.
Ooh, okay.
She's angry.
Yeah.
You hit
Too
every
pissed to be repulsed.
you hit every single thing that she's against.
Yeah, I did.
Will not hurt innocent people or animals.
I never said they were innocent. What?
The kids, though.
Right. That was hard to argue.
Ooh.
Your attention is drawn and absorbed by the sigil. These sigils. But all you can think about is what it's done. The short time that you've had this beast in your care and the destruction that it's already caused. Your anger oversteps this strange, almost like control that it attempts to put over you.
Ooh.
The horse finishes its feasting, almost as if it's noticed something. Its attention is drawn towards you. As its head turns and makes eye contact with you, you see blood that just encompasses its mouth, even little bits of frozen pieces on its maw. And you swear that it's maybe taunting you, daring you. You're not sure. But it definitely seems to be waiting for something. Are you gonna have a stare off?
Oh, a little bit, and then I think she just would have shouted out, like, she would have said jackass and just shot him right in the face.
Yeah, you wanna shoot him?
Right to the eyes in particular.
Yeah, that if you want to
Okay,
shoot
okay.
him, it'll be a dexterity in your firearms.
Okay.
All else fails. Shoot it.
She's not thinking really straight at all right now.
Is this silver shot in this or just slugs?
Let's see.
Either way, it's gonna hurt a little bit, right?
I mean, it's a rifle. It's not a. Let's see.
Yeah.
So dexterity and firearms.
I think for you it's a 4.
Yeah. 3 successes.
That's pretty good. Are any of them 10s?
No, an 8, a 5, or actually no, it's 2. I was counting a 5. My bad.
I do that all the time.
8 and 7.
Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
always think 5s are successes.
So used to rounding up when it comes to a lot of different forms of math, and that's where
Right.
people make that assumption from.
Right, yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
you grab the rifle, you load it. You're gonna get a pop shot at it. Let's see, I think I wanna get shot today, you know? That's just kinda how I'm feeling.
Bye.
So I'll roll against that. I think I can beat it. Let's find out. You don't get to look over here and knock it off. I see what you're trying to do. You don't get to see.
Oh, is Taylor trying to get a peek-see in?
He's totally trying to get a peek see.
It's difficult because if I try to look at Catherine, it's all right there. That's not my fault.
Of course, yeah.
You could just look at the screen instead.
Hmm.
I could, but
Maybe you should.
Right there.
Maybe you should just look with your third eye and none of the others.
Then you would know. There you go. You load the shot, you aim, and as soon as you let go, it darts quickly out of the way. It's almost like a blur, green. Really, the sigils that glows from it just kind of blur together as it's there. You still swear it's there, but you notice it is now moved. And it seems to have taken that as... Go ahead and roll me a animal handle and a charisma. So for you, I think with horses, that's a 7, I think?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 3 successes and 1's a 10.
Okay. Alright. It doesn't seem like wants to attack you. If anything, it almost as if it sees this as a sick game.
Fucker, it's just toying with you.
Ah.
And it's
Whenever
looks
you
like
have
it's
that
just
handle,
waiting.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. It looks like it's just waiting after that shot that missed.
She's still really angry.
How dare it jump out of the way of your shot?
I
No,
know.
no, not so much that. It's just everything that's built up to this. It's just like you've ruined everything that I've had for life for like the last it's made my life
You
manageable.
just couldn't chill for one night.
Yes. Oh.
Hey, if you want to shoot again, it'll
Yeah.
be a 4d10.
Yeah, she probably
Do
would. Ah. That's only
Those
one
doggos.
success. That is only one success. Ah.
Maybe I'll do terrible too. You never know. You never know.
While you're doing that roll, hey Ken, welcome to the stream. And no, I do not work for State Farm. I am not wearing khakis either, so hush you.
Jake from State Farm. I think
Yeah,
it's Jake,
yeah,
right?
because my name's Jacob, but I go by Jake often. So my buddy Ken's in my live chat.
Ah.
Trolling you.
Yeah, basically. Thank you so much for stopping by, Ken.
You blind anger once again just shoot again as it just sidesteps back to where it was. And like same roll, I'll just use. You notice that the sense of fun seems to be coming to a close for this beast as it finally speaks to you. You hear a voice inside your head, bestial. There is no gender or even type of creature that you could pinpoint what this voice comes from, but somehow you still understand the words that it conveys through a sick, twisted form of English. You will succumb. And roll for me another willpower, please. I don't like being shot at. That's, for you, that's a 5. 5d10. That's really good.
So 5? Alright.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna skip this now. You're a pain, but
That is only one success. Oh, great.
Oh.
No.
Succumb.
you know, sometimes we know. You hear it inside your head as that neon green glow is almost blinding. It feels like your eyes are going to melt outside their sockets. You feel nauseous. You feel dizzy. You feel fatigued as everything almost comes crashing down around you as your consciousness once again starts to fade. Not a form of death, but almost just like you've lost your free will. And all that you can get from these few moments of confusion is 3 words. East Hyde Park. Well, Taylor, I'll move on to you. Since I get a...
Oof. Yeah. Again, jumping in. Ken, we will play some VR soon, bud. Soon. Take me on Discord
Yeah,
when
VR.
you are free next, and we'll work something out.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's music. I love it.
Oh, goodness.
I know, I gotta ramble again. I love her.
Oh, my God.
You are special. Here we
Damn right,
go.
I'm an angel.
You, oh, God.
Alright. Are you ready? Oh. Gotta get it.
You gotta get in the capture with the little old lady.
Yeah,
The,
right.
the ancient gypsy seer
There we go.
vampire.
I did good. You know what I'm gonna do? Since you're like right next to me, I'm not gonna like put her picture up because I could use my little like fake green screen thing here. You can see my screen. I'm just gonna put her picture on.
I
I
thought I wasn't
Screen.
allowed to look.
Well, you can look at her picture. You can't look at what I'm rolling for a demon horse. So I'm not gonna worry about my little green screen thing. I'm just gonna put it on my.
I
Do you want the close up?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. I'll have her see.
Oh, come on. You have to give everyone that picture one more time.
I don't know if it'll show up. Hold on. You want me to give it to him one more time? Yeah, hold on. I don't know if it'll show up entirely, but I'll do my best. I'll do the close up.
oh, God.
Such a beautiful
Oh,
woman.
God.
There we go.
She's so beautiful.
An
You can barely see
absolute
her third
beauty.
eye, though.
She's stunning.
Alright.
Oh, it's so good.
Terrifying.
I don't think she's as terrifying as the demon horse that has control of my brain right now.
Ooh.
Close
Wow.
second at least.
Alright, now I know that we could spend like 20 hours doing a training session because I know you play like me, so we're not gonna do that.
Uh-huh.
But she is going to teach you at least a little bit about your capabilities, so it's not meta too much. You know what's on your character sheet, but she's basically going to give you a walkthrough on what your talents are. I mean, they truly are talents. Yours are a little bit different than hers, but nevertheless very similar. I'll pull up your character sheet too, so I think you more or less understand everything. Already, but, so.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh,
straightforward.
no.
I'm mine for once.
Yeah, alright. But, after she gives you some time, teaching you at least what these new gifts are, kind of explaining to you what she means by calling you an angel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She is going to take you out of the caravan and into the camp. She wants you to embrace this new life that you have been given. Of course. And she is going to take you out to the little gypsy camp area. Now, when you first went through, they,
They'll give me the stink eye.
right, they're giving you that definitely, you don't belong here kind of thing, so. But, this time when you come out, you can see there's actually what looks to be like some decorations, like they've set up for a festival in this time.
Nice.
There is lights, and not only that, but there's also music. It seems like there's been a nice little celebration, or you know what, maybe they do this every night. You know, we're really not quite sure, but there is a nice festival that's been set up. There are people that are cooking, playing, dancing, drinking.
Hey.
And not only that, but you can see children as well are running around, giggling, laughing, having a good time. Bedoma will just say to you as she's on her steps, kind of motioning you to go out now. She tells you to open your eye and see what most cannot.
Do I have to roll to open my eye?
Oh, what does that mean? I don't know, how do you open your eye?
I've done it before. And not by force. That had mild success.
I don't know, what do you want to do?
Cellophane tape.
I'm gonna open my third eye.
Okay, how are you gonna do that?
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna go
Oh.
interact with the people.
You want to interact with the people?
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
get this bad boy rolling.
Well, I
It's
mean...
one big eye.
yeah.
Aye.
You get to show some skin, doctor.
Oh my.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as soon as you make your way on out, Bedoma just lets you go as she heads back inside. As you kind of make your way closer towards the center of where the lights and music is. And it's not long as you stand there for a little bit looking around, kind of confused. I don't think you know much about gypsy culture. I don't think it's really been,
Nope.
a thing in your life. But there is what looks to be a healthy young man. Honestly, he's probably like 16 years old as he comes up to you, and he holds out his wrist to you. And he tells you, for your life, he's gonna hold it up to you. There's nothing on his wrist. Honestly, he just kind of pulled back his sleeve too. But one thing that you do notice, he does look pretty inviting. Something about him, you know, I mean, he's offering you his wrist and you kind of want to accept. But what would you like to do?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, obviously I'm gonna
Do you
check his
know?
pulse.
You're gonna check his pulse?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna roll medicine intelligence.
Okay.
See how the kid's doing.
Alright, go ahead.
Any irregularities in the heartbeat? Anything like that? 1, 2, 3 successes with 1 crit.
Okay. You check his pulse and go ahead and roll for me a willpower, please.
Oh, when the hunger takes over.
that is Composure and Resolve.
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes and 2 crits.
Alright. You feel this wave overcome you as you almost lose yourself. You quickly catch yourself moving and jerking the hand, almost as if you want to just bite it. But you catch yourself as you kind of hold it there. And,
What the fuck am I doing?
yeah, that was unnerving. Definitely something you might have to do some psychological research on at some point.
I'm going to apologize. Tell him that I don't know what came
Oh,
over
no,
me.
he insists. He states to you that it is an honor to be an offering. And he's looking at you just expectingly.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to do.
He tells you to eat.
What?
He kind of like, motions it closer to you. He tells you to eat. See, doesn't really know how else to explain it better.
I tell him that there is nothing there to eat. She didn't explain to me what I was a vampire, right?
No, you're an angel.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. It's what I'm going with it.
He looks, a little, not confused, just, hesitant as he tells you to close your eyes.
Well, this hasn't gone bad once so far while I've been here, so why not? Close my eyes.
Alright. He's gonna take your other hand, and you feel he kind of like leads it, and you definitely can tell what he's doing. It looks like he's like putting it on his neck, feel his pulse.
Uh-huh.
And you feel once more that same thing that happened before. Now, not like trying to take control of you like last time, but that same feeling that you just want to bite him. I mean, I understand your backstory, so this is probably a really strange experience for you to want to just do something like that, but got no experience in this kind of thing, but you just, for some reason, you're not quite sure. Maybe it is a sexual thing. You're not really quite sure. It's strange, but it's definitely thrilling and almost overpowering.
Alright. I'm an angel. Let's give in to some of these angel urges. I'm just a silly human. Maybe I won't understand. I'm gonna go for the wrist.
Alright.
I'll give it like a kind of shoe.
Angel Urges, that's a pretty cool band name.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, you kind of just lead into this feeling that you had, though you direct it towards the wrist and not so much his jugular, because as you know, that could be really bad. If you maybe bit it too deep, or however this is gonna work, but you go for the wrist,
Yeah.
and you feel that like awkward confusion up to a point. It's really not until your teeth finally make contact that it just feels natural. Like you've done this 100 times. You feel your teeth grow, ever so slightly,
The angel powers.
as you bite and drink, and you're not even quite sure what it is that you're drinking right away, but it's like,
I'm pretty sure I am.
it tastes like a nice sweet wine, honestly.
This child is full
It's
of
definitely a red. Where it is warm as it runs down your gullet, and it's not until this kind of wears off as you're pulling yourself away that that taste of iron sticks within your mouth. And you know, he kind of like sways a little bit, but it looks like he was able more or less to know when to pull you off, and he nods and he thanks you, and he's gonna give you what looks to be like a nice proper little bow. It's not really like etiquette wise, but trying to express that this was at least important to him. As he is gonna make himself over to at least a bench not too far from you. He's gonna take a seat, and you see some people kind of come on over and
I'll help him get to the bench. I'm a doctor. It's kind of what I do.
I think I know what I just did.
Ask the boy his name.
You're gonna ask his name?
Yeah.
Just lock lips on his wrist. Why wouldn't he ask? Why wouldn't she ask for his
worst
name?
Nightmare.
You did this to me last night.
I know, and I asked for his birthday.
Oh god.
I was so mean, but I wanted to know. I'm so sorry. It matters in that culture.
Oh god, Ken, no. Okay, so my buddy Ken, of course, since you're looking up a name for this character anyways.
Got it.
He says, so question for the group. Is Melt the biggest nerd here? And I honestly don't know the answer to that because I don't think
I don't either.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know everybody's nerd. What would it be? Spectrum?
How big
Who
is
has
Quota?
a body pillow?
Who has a
That's
body
the biggest
pillow?
nerd.
Oh,
I mean-
no.
I have one, but it's just fluffy.
I don't have a
There's
pillow,
no-
period.
I don't have a body pillow either.
Yeah, so I mean, I just use my blanket as a pillow. I don't even bother with pillows because I think they're usually a waste, personally.
But
See,
body
okay,
pillow-
so I think
fluffy.
Crowley wins if we go by
Oh.
body pillows. I mean, it's not covered in anime girls, but
Yeah, right.
Wait, Crowley. If I sent you a printout of an anime version of me, would you put it on that body pillow? How much would I
Try
have
to
to
read
donate?
Silmarillion, 'cause that's a nerdy thing.
oh, I do own a copy of the Silmarillion, so yeah, but that's
I really
wanted
want
to pick
an
one of
anime
those
Taylor, I'm not gonna lie.
You're gonna what?
I
yeah,
want an
Ken
anime
Buru.
Taylor.
You want me to address you as Ken Buru, not just Ken. Okay, Ken. Ken Buru.
First of his age, last of his name.
Oh my god.
He tells you that his name is Vano. Don't ask me for a last name, I will leave this desk.
I don't think gypsies have last names.
Perfect, they
Yeah.
don't.
And
Sure.
what was his name?
Vano.
Vano?
V-A-N-O.
Vano. Alright. Well, I'm going to thank Vano.
You can eyeball Crowley's tattoos when it's his turn. Calm down, Ken.
Oh, you did again! Yay!
Poor bastard.
Or did you get actual sleeves this time?
Sleeves. But the hands are legit. I even have an eyeball.
Yep.
Look into my eye, Conti. Oh,
Eye to eye.
Alright, wow.
you know what they say, the third eye is the
But
window into
there's
the
some
soul.
gypsies that come over and it looks like they're getting him something to drink, and you know, maybe they're not so dumb after all because they're getting him some water, and you know what? That's a good place to start. But I mean, he seems to be, I mean, no, people seem to be proud of him, like he did a good thing.
Yeah, you have an angel.
Exactly. There you go. And you feel tugging at the sides. As you look, and there is what looks to be two small children. Yeah. You're a doctor, ranging from the ages, these two. One's probably closer to 6, the other one's a little bit older, probably shooting around 9. As they ask you to, looks like they want you to join them in a dance. They're not speaking English. What languages do you know? You only know the 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, but you can at least get from where they're gesturing and trying to pull you is they want you to dance.
Heck yeah. I'll go
Heck
dance
yeah.
with the kids.
mean, they kind of bring you in, and they're not like, it's more so just like you dance with yourself, but you just do it with, you know, friends. And there are some people that look to be doing at least 2 duo, some even group dances. But the kids themselves, it looks like they're just having fun as they drag you in.
Absolutely.
Oh right, you're weird. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but you are. You're a weirdo.
For a second, I thought we were playing Monster of the Week.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't played that one in a while. Demon horses and all. It feels very Monster of the Week, doesn't
I
it?
know, right?
Yeah.
Roll for me. Let's just go for a willpower. I think it's 6 for you.
Alright. One, two, 3 successes with 2 crits, so 5. 6, 10, 10.
Okay. It's a little, sure, awkward. I don't think you've been dancing very often, but you know what? You're mostly there just to have a good time with the kids. You like kids. You've always liked kids, and you've gotten pretty good with them. Giving so many kids so many shots, I mean, it's a skill that you've got to learn. So, I mean, you just have fun with them, and it's not long that, I mean, you're then kind of invited into, you know, kind of move your way into, looks to be groups and stuff, and...
I'm a gypsy.
No, but they definitely are just, they're having fun. It really doesn't seem like this is as much about tradition per se, as it's just a festival, a celebration. So they're not really expecting much to know their dances or this kind of thing. Honestly, it looks like they're just freestyling it, if that's what you want to say. And you find at least a form of companionship in it. Maybe it's not the most comfortable thing for you to do. And you don't even notice it at first, honestly, as it was natural to you. It's not until that you feel your band start to grow wet and it kind of drips down into your vision that you notice that you're bleeding from your forehead.
Dramatic reveal.
Yeah, you feel, and I mean, you go to like touch the eye as it's almost as if you go to touch your eye right now. You kind of wince as you're like, oh, don't. And you move back, and you don't quite see as it's more so that your eye, as it blinks and drips, and it seems as if it just leaks blood. Not that it floods the eye, but just like a constant tear stream. It's like a sense. A third sense. Haha, if you want to put it that way. You can feel the life that surrounds you. The joy, the peace, the community. You can feel their joy for, I guess, a change that has come. They seem to be excited for the future. And you feel like you can help them, even still. That you can not just improve their quality of life, but maybe offer them something a little bit more. You feel it, and more so you see it. And you notice that finally, after some time of just taking it in, no longer does blood flow from your forehead, though the eye still remains open.
It's beautiful.
I'm an angel. And you do see Fedoma. She stands off to the side. It looks like she's found herself a nice little log to sit on in the meantime. There is a gentleman that stands next to her. This gentleman, I mean, his back is to you, so you don't really get to see much, but really what you notice is he's dressed very nice. It's just that his entire, like, he's bald, and all of it's just wrapped up, you can tell. He's probably suffered some injury or something recently. And I mean, that alone is to get your natural curiosity, but it looks like Fedoma also is waving you over.
Make my way over.
You've like blood on it. Maybe you should not use white. Just get a black one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crimson.
You know what? Since I can just show it to you, but I mean,
Show it to the class.
no, I'll show it to the class. I already have it once. I only get it once. There you go. I'll show it to you.
Always been in more than an accident.
Oh yeah, once you see him from the front, yeah. But she waves you on over as you make your way, and very quickly, yes, you're really not quite sure what he's been through, for you then get to see the pointed ears, and then as you come around, the eyes, which sure as heck don't look human, teeth that are completely just predatorial and inhuman in its entirety. I mean, you get a look at his hands, and he's got long, like, predatorial, like, claws, so you get the quick feeling that there's definitely something inhuman about this person. But Fedoma tells you that this is our champion, dear. He will do everything that he can to take care of us. His name is Bowman. He doesn't really do a bow per se, but he definitely does like a swipe with his arm to kind of do like a half, if that. He tells you that he's spent a lot of time looking in on you. He tells you a shame what happened to your sister.
I'll nod. And tell him that I am Dr. Amala. Go to shake his hand.
He gets a little bit of a sinister smile as he'll shake your hand, and I mean, you feel like the claws just like crawl up the rest of your arm as you grab on.
I'll do it.
He is cold. It's like touching a corpse. There is
Gross.
no pulse, very fleshy, eerie, but you shake his hand as he smiles at you through the bandages. He tells you that he's been watching your sire here for quite some time. He tells you that she's gonna be the one that fixes this. He kind of like wriggles his claws a little bit, kind of like sharpens his teeth.
Do you have a similar condition to my sister?
He tells you honestly he got it better than your sister. She got it the worst.
Hold on. Tell her that I will help you too.
Fedoma says that he can do many things. He is a good man, though he does have to do bad things many times. And so will you, dear. There will be times where you will have to do things you know are not good, but will lead to good things, and that will make it worth it. But I know that you will do what is best. You are smart, you are pretty, and you are young. Your instincts will keep you alive. This I've seen.
I will thank her. I will ask Mr. Bowman what he does. He is a champion, yes?
He nods. He tells you that he keeps you safe, keeps you hidden. That's what he does best. He also knows where your sister is. He does a lot of things.
And what is she?
Well, he tells you it's not where she is, it's the problem. It's what she is and, well, who she's with, honestly.
I heard she was with a dangerous man.
Nah, he says that's up for question. But she's definitely with a murderer, but nah, I think most of us are.
Come on. I can think of a couple doctors who fucked up.
They fucked up an accident, right? Just like, tells you.
I was gonna say, I know this one doctor, the guy his wife was cheating on, had to get surgery. Didn't make it. Complication.
Tells you. Your sister's got the, well, how should you put this? The little screws are a little loose, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm sure whatever caused her psychological downgrade, so to speak, is a direct result of whatever this disease is. And hopefully by
Nah,
curing
he doesn't know what your life was like with dear Mom and Pa. Clearly it was fucked up, but, oh, he'll find out soon enough, though. All he knows, though, is you are right in a sense. He says it's definitely gotten worse because of this, sure, let's call it disease.
Well, I will need several things from you then, if that is okay.
That's what he does. He gets things to places. What do you need?
All the information you have on my sister and the person she is with, and someone who can train me how to fight.
Oh shit, kid. Yeah.
Preferably with a sword. Angels use swords.
Angels use swords. Yes. Go ahead and have the Lady of the Lake throw Excalibur right your way, I'm sure.
Alright, we'll start with the easy thing first. He tells you that he doesn't really know the name of this gentleman, he just knows what he goes by, at least the media calls him. He asks if you've ever heard of the Chicago Strangler, because it's all over the news.
I'm not. I watch the news frequently. He kills, prostitutes, yes?
No, it's says sex workers, yeah, of any sort. Gonna have to use strippers. Yeah. Well, he says that most of those are just mimics. In all honesty, he hasn't really had many under his belt. It just seems like, wow. He'll tell you what you'll learn, kid, is each person's beast has its, unique flavor. Well, his is clearly, a little bit juicier than most. Now, he imagines for you, your probably flavor is gonna be, well, honestly, probably just helping people. I don't know. He's really has never once in his life seen the Doma feed. And she just says very quietly that he never will. He's gonna tell you that he doesn't think that she actually needs to feed. That's his theory.
Tom, of course not.
But he...
She's an archangel. Duh.
Yeah, survives on divine energy alone, I'm sure.
The good
Right.
being of others. That's why she helps.
But he tells you that this gentleman is a Malkavian. He's definitely, just like your sister. A few screws are loose.
I do
Yeah.
not know this word, Malkavian.
Right. He tells you it's a different clan from me, different clan from you. He says they're the most unpredictable, we'll put it that way.
Ah. One of the fallen ones.
Well, he wouldn't put it that way. He says they actually have some similar tricks than you. They can see things, they know glimpses. They don't comprehend them as good as your kind, but they still got the talents, and hey, that's better than the rest of us.
I'm beginning to understand. That's why they have to send an angel after one of these guys. They got the talents, but not the training.
I mean, honestly, I just sent a mercenary after my human one. I feel like that was enough, but, sure. That sounds good, too. I don't really think that you should get involved. Honestly, I think you should just wait for when this mercenary's done, and then, get your sister.
Who's this mercenary?
Oh, he's gonna tell you you're not gonna know him.
Well, I tell her I'm going to tell him. I'm going to have to keep tabs on them.
Yeah, well. He tells you that he doesn't work good with others. If anything, you'll just get in his way.
Well, from my understanding, that's kind of my point.
He says it would be pretty funny. He feels like he's gotten a little too big in his britches, that's for sure. Alright. Well, he can then arrange a meeting, if you'd like, between the two of you.
Hello.
He'll tell you what he's learned. He says that all he could tell you from what he's been able to gather is Iris has last been seen in Riverdale. And what he's been able to gather is it definitely seems like she's got some signs of Beauty and the Beast, Stockholm Syndrome. So he tells you good luck.
I do not need luck. She is family.
Well, he's gonna tell Padoma that he has right now Buddy showing him a few places. Or Bubba, excuse me. Buddy's over
Bubba.
Bubba. He has Bubba showing this gentleman a few other places. He is going to, and his phone begins to ring. As he...
While he's doing that, I'm gonna GPS Riverdale. How far is that from here?
Okay. Yeah, he basically kind of just like, and he goes off, and he's gonna make his distance as he's gonna take this phone call. And, you watch him as he walks out, and he just vanishes, almost just right before your eyes. He's there, and you weren't even blinking.
Does my third eye see anything weird?
Roll... You don't have all specs, do you?
So,
Specs the counter to obfuscate.
obfuscate. No, I have Fortitude, Dominate, and Obita.
Yeah, I want to look at... I don't think this will count.
Fortitude,
for him.
Dominate, and Obita. Nice combo.
That's
I'm
a
your guys'
special
support.
Salubria ability.
Itch on the side of my nose is covered by this mask and it's making me go crazy.
I'm looking at some
Take the
things.
mask off for a little bit, ET. You
There
don't
you
have
go,
to
got
keep. You don't have to keep on wearing it.
Phantom of the Opera us.
Oh yeah, it looks lovely.
I love little
Alright,
details
if
on
you want, you can roll for me your discipline, your first level Obita discipline. So give me your mental and your...
That's fair. Technically, that would work. Do I get to roll Obita 2 even though it's first level because it's second level?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's fair.
And the mental you said?
Yeah, so you're probably your intelligence.
So, 6. Alright, Nice roll you've been doing hot tonight. Oh, 2 successes.
Okay.
I realized I could have used Cloak of Shadows.
Hmm.
Very upset about this.
Hey, you know, you gotta like learn your character sheet for sure, because there's a lot. All right, I'd say then
Yeah, I do this a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a jerk.
I would say that all that you can gather as you attempt to feel him with your eye, even try to see, and well, once more you feel that trickle as your eye begins to once more just cry blood. And it gives a few blinks as you actually can see a little bit more. Your equation sensing this in a sense. Yeah. Where there is energy, and with each person that dances, twirls, performs, cooks, eats, drinks, each person just, you can see a vibrance that emits from these, each individual. A vibrance, it's like Christmas lights. The white glow that reflects off the snow is honestly what it looks like. It's so peaceful. And it just has that Christmas community feeling behind it. And all that you can sense from this Bowman is quite the opposite.
He's a lonely
Cold,
boy.
sad,
Oh.
repressed, secluded. And yet it has that, still that same tranquility about it, despite being quite so different. And that same feeling almost just wipes itself clean. You get to see as it does, it completely just covers itself as it is no longer visible. No longer, it seems like it just no longer exists.
Step out of reality for a second. Hold on, let's step out for a sec. Wall. Neat.
Seems like it. But you see no more sign of him. And Svedova is asking, how do you like it here, dear?
It's lovely. There's a sense of community, of life, of purpose.
She says that she has been a part of this camp for, let's see, I think it's been closer to 400 years almost. She's seen so many children grow and so many beautiful lights dim. Oh, she says she looks very forward to you having your first little community. She thinks you will do great things for them, dear. Yes, yes.
I will thank her for everything.
Bowman says that you work at a hospital, and I think that'll probably be your next big community, dear. That and your family, I think you will help your sister, and she will need much help. That curse is not something that you can just cure, dear. It's something that you must learn to tame, control, and put at peace.
When I find her, I will bring her here.
I think it would be good for her, dear. I think she would fit in just well. She is a lost soul that just seeks happiness. She just wants success like her big sister.
I'll ask her. That Bowman, he is happy alone.
She says notice that it is in his blood. His kind are very seclusive. They find their happiness in learning their secrets. And their secrets may not be as important as I think that they are. But each one's a little different. Bowman, he is a very good lad. He has his priorities straight. He just wants to be better. It's just that I'm afraid that if anything happens to his friend, I think it will crush the poor boy. I worry about that every day.
This mercenary he spoke of.
Oh, no, dear, no. No, he has a friend. A big, strong black dog named Bubba. He's a good boy. He can act as his master demands. It's quite impressive. They are very close. That is how he still gets out most of the time. You see, many people want him dead. He has many friends and many enemies. But that friend of his, no one's ever looking for a little doggo. Though he's rather big and rather intimidating. I think you would like him very much.
I ask her what the next step is. Do I wait for Bowman to come back, or...
Well, dear, I think you shouldn't rush into anything. I think you should have a plan. Yes, that is what you're best at. You are a thinker. I think it's best you know what you get yourself into and have the words prepared. You have the training to do so. I think you will do just fine. Maybe this friend could be of good use. I know you could do great things for him. We spoke of this earlier.
Oh, I tell her then I will wait for Bowman to come back.
Your eyes still open and I'm very impressed. You may not see much at first, but I promise you with time, you will see more than anybody else.
I'm just gonna sit down on the log next to her and enjoy this lovely little festival that's going on.
Not stare at her face.
Yeah. I got a third eye now too. What can I say?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, isn't it kind of common courtesy to maintain eye contact?
Just like stare.
That won't come off as creepy eventually at
Right.
all. No.
Well, Bowman does eventually make his way on back after just talking for a few minutes. And, I mean, you don't hear him. It's not until that he starts walking around that you see him.
Bleh.
Mm-hmm.
Bleh.
Someone needs to bell Bowman.
Alright, he's got some good news and he's got some bad news. Good news. He thinks he knows where this Malkavian is at the moment. Bad news. He thinks he's separated with your sister, for the moment at least.
And I have no reason to find him.
He says at least for now. Now, he's got a hint. If you wanna, you know, I guess, try to help. I don't know what a doctor's gonna do, but there was a message inside a bottle that was found that said, red line, green line, go. Yeah, it's clearly a Malkavian puzzle. He says they like them very much. They like their games.
I ask if he knows what it means.
Oh, he really only has one good guess. And it really just pushes back to Riverdale, but more specifically where the red line and the green line, and he means quite literally, where they both run through. He says they're metro lines, both of them.
Trains, yes.
Mm-hmm. He's thinking that's probably a good place to start, but he'll have to look at a few cameras and kind of get a good idea of what he's working with. He's not walking into a trap. Oh, he tells you that these Malks are good. They know better than anyone when they're being hunted. Nah, he's not walking into a trap. That would make this no fun.
Alright, well, I'll go ahead and give Bowman my business card. Dr. Amala Shamash. Tell him we can use to call. He has my number.
He asks if these are, if you printed these yourself, or does this come from your hospital?
Oh, I tell her that I used a company.
He tells you he could do you much better. But he's gonna take it.
Ah, I do not need to. This is modest and gets the point across.
You know what? He'll nod at that. Just kind of give Vadoma a nod as well, as he's gonna grab her shoulder and he's gonna give her a kiss on the cheek. You know?
Sweet boy.
Yeah, it kind of, it does definitely seem like it's kind of like to his grandma kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, gives her a kiss, tells her that, he's gonna go catch him a bad guy. Well, she tells him to be careful. She knows that he will do just fine, but he says he'll keep an eye out for Bubba. He thanks her. He's kind of like cleans himself up a bit.
Do you happen to have the name of a trainer I could see while we're waiting for this information to come in?
A what?
Trainer.
A trainer?
I asked for a sword fighting trainer.
He'll tell you that he'll have to look into that. He's sorry, kid. He doesn't really know anyone nowadays who runs around with a sword. He tells you a little outdated.
Did you go hunting?
Well, he tells you when you go inside a government building, I mean, what's your plan then, huh?
Won't need a sword there.
Verdoma can't help but kind of chuckle. Right. He says he'll get back to you on that one. That's for sure. He'll see if he can find a masterful swordsmith in Chicago. Good God. Alright. He's gonna make his way on off. And he's gonna quickly kind of just like, not run. It's more so like a jog as he goes into the shadows, and then once more just his energy wipes itself clean out of existence. Doma sits there for a little bit and she's kind of quiet. She finally says that she could probably teach you a few things if you are interested.
She's like, I use a sword.
I don't use a sword necessarily, but I still know a few tricks that will apply. For the posture and stance always remains the same. If it is not clean and if it is not balanced, well, you'll do no good with any weapon.
I accept.
Well, then I guess how she's gonna train you.
Gonna have to do some smiting.
Yep.
How she's gonna train you then is she's going to go up to some of the people playing the music, as she's going to request a song. And like I said, I won't make you roleplay every moment of your training, but it's horrible. But she is going to pick a song that is a little bit more, not quicker paced per se, but definitely stronger, louder, as she is going to do a dance with you, and she doesn't walk you through how to do it. Instead, as she goes through, she kind of like, gets herself set up to give you at least a little bit of time to watch and mimic the best you can. Now, I don't think you have performance, nor do you anything that would be useful.
Correct. So I gotta train.
Right.
Trained in the art of dance fight.
Dance fight.
I'm a sword, some bitches.
My PhD is in dance.
I guess for now, go for a dexterity and a stamina.
Alright. Those are things I have.
I mean, everyone does technically.
1, 2, 2 successes.
Okay. It's definitely clumsy. I mean, you are just trying to keep up and copy the best you can, and sometimes your feet are switched, and sometimes maybe you miss a step, but you at least get what she's going for as she moves. She definitely, I mean, you're not always standing in the right place, so she goes to kind of knock you off kilter. That kind of thing. And you get the idea of, okay, clearly this is, you know, even if I have a sword, if she just kicks my leg here, I'm gonna go down. Very easy to at least catch on to that, but not really do you ever get the upper hand on her. It's mostly you just trying to keep up the entire time.
Bueno.
Yeah. But nevertheless,
Slapped around by an old gypsy.
you're at least able, I mean, you work long days at the hospital, so you're able to get through some pretty physically excruciating days, because sometimes you're there for days. So you're able to, at least to keep up, keep your breath at least short, swift. And maybe not so much learn too much at the moment, but at least you're getting an idea of how training under her is going to be. Very erratic, put it that way. And I will switch to, technically it's both of you.
Carl, it sounds like we might be up.
Sounds like
The
it.
buddy duo.
Both.
Okay.
Let a cop movie over here.
Alright, let me go ahead and switch everything over.
Did you do it?
Hold on. Not yet, I have to still switch.
I think one of you guys should have this mess since you guys are at the opera, or a theater at least.
Well, we were. I thought we were heading off to Crowley's Haven, where we left off last, or something along those
Apartment,
lines.
I'll have you. Thank you very much.
Ooh. She's putting on the spooky music for us, Crowley.
Completely different feeling to the music.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
concerned.
the mood with the locations are vastly.
I have been concerned upon.
Well, I mean, come on. We just saw a couple guys get dusted right in front of us, Crowley. Being completely at ease and in a jovial mood probably ain't the best feeling.
At least you guys didn't see a demon horse completely decimate a whole family.
Oof.
You didn't see it, you saw the aftermath.
Just the aftermath.
I
of
mean-
that.
Yeah, we didn't have to deal with a demon horse. Go ahead and taking our whole mind for a ride.
I gotta find my motorcycle. God damn.
Oh, that's right. Your motorcycle's
Yep.
still missing, isn't it?
Yep.
I don't know about the car.
And I think so far I'm probably the only one in the group that hasn't fed yet, so that might be something that needs to get taken care of soon too.
Yep.
Well,
Alright. Well, where we left off, yes, you definitely got to see some vampires get dusted, and, well, I mean, Griller had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
did the blasting too.
Yep. And a little bit of a back and forth as Mal Davis has found definitely a sense of curios at the birth of two new fledglings seemingly on the same day. And she has at least done her best to give a quick, just what you need to know, at least at this moment. Of course, you're going to need to know more, but for tonight, this is really all you're gonna need. She's going to leave you in Griller's care, or he at least is trying to set up a safe house for. Specifically, it was for Rune, but you know, we might have to make a little bit of adjustments. And Maldavis does promise to you, Theo, that once she knows things calms down, once things are safe, she'll send for you and she'll give you she'll tell you what she knows about what most likely happened to you.
Thank you for the offer. Although, if what little I've experienced is anything to go by, I rarely think things are ever safe.
She tells you not safe, but at least there's moments of quiet.
The
And that's
calm
really
before
all-
the storm.
That's really all that I strive for. It's really all that this will ever be for us.
Thank you.
She tells you to be safe. I don't think you have any enemies or anything like that, but just don't try to make a lot of noise and you should be okay.
Quiet as a church mouse, I'll try.
She looks over to Rune, just kind of gives you a and she's going to look over to Griller and she's going to thank him. Tell him that honestly he probably just caused more problems than really helped. He kind of smiles at that. But, you know, she still appreciates him being there. It went better than it possibly could have. Well, he tells her to get out of here before they come back. That's his plan. So, you don't know where your motorcycle is, so that's the first thing that we need to figure out. Then we need to get you back home before the sun rises.
I think there might be a couple of available motorcycles outside now. If I had to make a reckoning.
He tells you there's probably at least one. Let's go check.
Well, one will do.
And he's going to head on outside, as there is 2 motorcycles actually that have been left behind for, well, there were 2 people that were shot and got dusted. And I mean, they look exactly the same. They have the red color scheme with a little bit of the gray from just the metallic silver, I guess would be the best way to put it. But the logo itself, that is gray silver, is a wolf with the words Wolfpack. And well, you know, Gorilla kind of gives a nod. He tells the 2 of you to mount up. He's gonna give someone a call.
Arch an eyebrow. I don't remember ever using one of these before.
Have you ever rode a bicycle?
No?
Well, I guess you'll just have to ride with me. I look at the 2 motorcycles and I want to see which one has the bigger engine.
They're
I'm gonna take that
basically
one.
They're identical.
They're identical.
So,
Oh,
yeah. Really, the only difference is one has like a scratch on the side of it, and the other one doesn't. But besides that, they're identical.
I'll take the non-scratched one.
There you go.
Let's see how long that lasts.
Excuse you? Are
Well,
you insinuating something?
Nothing
What happened
this.
to your last bike?
I would love to know.
Well, Griller's gonna step aside. Not maybe you can still hear him. He's calling someone. He's asking him a few questions. Just asking, all right, hey, what'd you learn? And he waits for a bit. Yeah, you've never used a motorcycle, so
Yeah. Even if I had in the past, I probably don't remember.
right. Well, I mean, you watch as, Rune gets up on there, starts it, gives it a few revs. I mean, checking it out. It's a good ride. It's probably identical, honestly, to the one you have, at least in quality. It's clearly the two people that were dusted. That the man that was in charge most likely was the best buy.
Could I,
Get some spray paint for this logo here.
by observing Rune, could I figure out how basically it is operated and try with the other bike rather than riding next to him? At which point, I mean, I do have the, I believe it's eidetic memory or photographic memory, so...
Yeah, you don't have any drive skills, I'm checking. Yeah.
No,
Go
what?
ahead and roll for me a mental, and then add an extra die for your...
Can I hold the back of the bicycle for him and just push him forward?
So that would be 5d10 then?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, big brain, don't fail me now. Oh, hey. Let me just go ahead and copy and paste for you.
Yeah. 666.
And yeah, 3 successes and 1 critical success.
That's really good. All right. Yeah, you watch. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's all you have to really worry about is, turn it on, take off the kickstand. You can see that he basically grabs his hand around, pulls, as that's where it seems to let out the revving. So you kind of just watch what he does. Sure, he hasn't moved it quite yet, but you have an idea that, all right, here's the brakes. This is what's gonna make it go. It's gonna make it not. It seems, not that this seems familiar to you, but it seems to make at least sense. Like, something in your memory at least is guiding this.
So it feels like I'm not mentally remembering, but more instinctually remembering. Kind of like an old muscle memory from the past.
Something, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can try to work with that.
And you hear Griller just ask a few more questions, like, asking about an incident. Griller also asks about the, this someone will know about this. Somebody's asking about the nurse. And he's also asking about Rune's bike. Finally, he hangs up the phone. As he's talking to you, Rune, Griller tells you that he's got some good news. Tells you, one, he knows where your bike is.
Right.
He also knows where your car is.
Okay. Good news.
Well, he tells you your car's been impounded.
Oh.
He says you've been in a wreck. Car accident.
That would explain the hospital.
Now, he doesn't know why someone decided to bring you back, nor does he know who did it, but he says there's somebody looking into it. He tells you that your name's been cleared. He says that this person has claimed that you were checked out by a police officer that has also taken care of that nurse that you got. Tells you that your name should be cleared, but he says if you want to even try to salvage the car, you should probably wait till tomorrow. But honestly, from how he's kind of spelt it to me, tells you it's probably not worth it.
Noted.
But it tells you your bike's back at your apartment. It seems like it's been untouched. Just
Great.
a little bit of graffiti.
What? Son of a bitch.
He tells you it doesn't seem to be anyone he's concerned about. So you know what? He asks if you had some, I don't know, any rival gangs that you were in. He asks if you're even in a gang, kid.
Oh, I wouldn't call it gang, no. Not really. Roll about with some boys. That's about it. I'm not really into the criminal activities.
I'm gonna give you a pat on the back, and he tells you to keep it that way. He tells you that joining a group kind of takes away the purpose, doesn't it? Well, he's gonna ask if you two are ready to go.
I don't know about him. Maybe you should do a practice round around the freaking inside here before we go anywhere.
That might be wise. But also, considering the state of the owners of these motorcycles, I'm assuming.
Each one.
Yeah,
Spray paint the other one.
I think that maybe having them be anywhere near where your domicile or where we're staying will be is risky.
Oh, you don't say so.
So, do we have a game plan of disposal?
Griller says, in all honesty, he was gonna take them and strip them down for parts.
That's fine by us. We'll go leave them in the alleyway, a couple blocks away from where we are. You can go pick them up whenever's convenient.
Alright, sounds good to him.
All right.
He'll have you lead the way then, Rune, since you know where you're headed.
Oh, wait, before we go anywhere, I want to see this practice round.
Oh, God. What do you want me to roll for trying to drive a bike by
first time?
instinct alone?
I'm pretty good at balance.
Yeah.
I got some athletics and dexterity, but not an amazing amount.
Yeah, that's really gonna be your best bet for you with athletics and dexterity. It's your highest. Nothing else
Okay.
is really gonna be too great. Don't have a drive.
Yep. Nope. Maybe in the past life, this character got driven everywhere.
Yeah.
Ubers, especially.
Or maybe in the past life you were a NASCAR driver. We'll never know.
Yep. So,
One way to find
5d10 then?
Yes.
Not as successful as the last roll, I'm afraid. I think we only walked away with one success on that. So it's going to be squirrely at best. But no
All
critical
right.
failures, so
Yeah, there you go.
thankfully.
Alright, well, I mean, it's pretty wibbly wobbly as you drive around, and Griller asks if you had anything to eat, kid.
No.
He tells you that's the problem. Alright, he says we're gonna make a detour. He's gonna get you kids something to eat.
All right.
Doesn't sound.
If you want, you can, I mean, it's pretty wibbly wobbly. You're definitely gonna be behind. If you want, you can ride with one of them then, and you can just leave the bike here. It's up to you. Or you can just go for it.
The only way to learn is by doing.
Right on, brother. Right on.
Yes.
I mean, my character's mostly a mental character, so he's going to take any opportunity he can to learn.
Seems like he's
Yeah.
also a little bit stubborn.
Yes!
Yeah.
He's lost so much, he's not going to let go of one iota of what he has left.
All
You
right,
said
well,
that as if you wish that were the case.
well, if you want, you can give me one more dexterity athletics. See if it does better. Maybe.
Please
you can
don't
catch
be
yourself.
worse. Please don't be
But-
worse. Oh, it was
time-
worse.
Yeah, they're
It-
gonna be going faster.
It's,
Now
it's-
there's cars.
yeah, now there's cars. I'm just gonna paste this here and let you go ahead and decide what you want to do with that.
Yeah, it's still one success. It's basically the same.
But yeah, with the failure though.
Yeah. Alright, well. One thing for sure, Rune, that you'll have to notice with you and Griller is you are going much slower than you normally would. You're cruising it, thank goodness it's late at night. Not only that, but you hear a lot of, I don't know if Theo's much of a cursor, but definitely noises of close calls, put it that way. There's not too many people on the roads. Honestly, the difficulty is there's a lot of parked cars along the sides of the streets. Streets are.
Would I be
pretty
able
small.
to, with my 3 drive skill, flip around on my bicycle backwards and say, "You doing all right back there?"
Oh, freaking
Do it.
show
Go
it
ahead.
off!
Okay,
You're
what
gonna,
do I
you're
roll
gonna,
for that
you're
one?
gonna
Oh,
go ahead.
look at your.
What do I roll for that one?
I'll see what your highest is. So for you would be, yeah, your dexterity and your drive. It'd be a 6 for you.
All right.
Don't roll multiple failures. All right, this is gonna
Well-
go very poorly.
Hey, my bike is still somewhere. I don't care about this damn thing.
I'm more worried about your face.
I'll be
Like,
fine.
He's undead. It can't hurt him.
Exactly.
Let's see, how do I use this rolling website?
okay, so what you're gonna do is, since you have 60-10, is where it says full roll.
Yeah.
The first number in the parentheses you'll put 6, and the second
I
number
see.
after the D you'll put 10. And as long as you leave the very first number 1 and you click roll, it'll do a single roll of 6d10.
Do I copy? I didn't do great.
If you want, just copy
Really didn't do.
the history and just paste it in chat.
Oh, you got 1 crit, 2 failures. Love it. All right. So you want to do like a spin maneuver to go like backwards then. So you turn as it wobbles. You feel yourself a little bit unsteady, a little bit not fatigued, but maybe it's the trauma from the day. Maybe you're still not even quite entirely sure it's a dream, though it starts
It's a
to
little bit of
seem
the
like
old-
this probably isn't. You give that turn as it shakes, and you watch as Rune doesn't fall off his bike. No, but you see him go for like he tries to show off, give a spin as it wobbles, gets caught, as he then has to like catch himself and then put his foot and fix it.
Not
real
familiar
quick.
with this motorcycle.
Yep.
Blame the horse, not the rider. Sure.
Well, excuse me, but the last time I heard about a horse story, it did not go very well.
So, I mean, if that gives you some confidence, there you go. You at least get to watch Rune
Yeah.
almost eat
Lead.
it as well.
Yeah.
But after that, it looks like he keeps whatever he's going to say to himself as he just levels himself out and keeps going. But, I mean, Griller really has not paid any attention. He's just been cruising along, going at a slow pace, but he seems to be at least enjoying himself. It's not until you guys reach an underpass a little bit out of the ways he's going to stop you. He's gonna have you guys get off your bikes, put your kickstands up. He's gonna motion on over to what looks to be, and there's only just a few tents underneath this overpass, but some sort of little small shanty town, if that's what you would like to call it. A little campsite that's been set up of most likely people that are homeless. It's early in the morning. You can tell all of them have gone to sleep, for it is December. It is rather cold now as it's gotten later and later. It's probably dropping now. Not too cold, but by the water, the wind that blows, it feels like it's closer to the 50s, honestly. And he's going to address both of you. Alright. Now he's going to tell you, kid, as he's motioning over to you, Rune, that he knows for a fact this is going to be your kind of taste. He tells you he knows what your beast is looking for. He tells you use your nose, you'll find the best one. He tells you, Theo, that he's not quite sure exactly what it is that you hunger for. And this may not be the best thing that you'll taste, but he tells you it's what we got. He tells you both to get in, get out, be quiet, and just let instinct take over. Tells you good luck.
A quick question. Considering I was in captivity and tested for quite some time, I'm assuming this is probably not Theo's first feeding. that he's probably fed once or twice before. So he'll have an inkling on what getting food is for him these days. That being said, if he's running mostly on instincts, would trying to be quiet, would it automatically trigger his natural talents, if you will, for trying to get in and getting out unobserved?
Honestly, since that is kind of what your training's been led, it'll definitely kind of put you in some sort of instinct mode. So for you, it would be your dexterity and your stealth.
Okay. Alright, so this definitely isn't shadowing, so that would only be 7.
Yeah.
Seven, D10. Okay.
Oh, if there's anything left in here.
Oh, dice, be nicer to me, please. Just because you have a lot of dice you can roll doesn't mean you're always going to have the best results.
That's
Pretty good, but I
two
don't like
crits
that
of success.
crit failure mixed in there.
I know. Okay. Alright. And, Rune, how are you going to go about this? Because the last time that you experienced, I guess what he's talking about is... Well, it was a little...
I didn't have a good
little
time.
odd. Yeah.
But
I mean, you're watching as Theo honestly seemed to have understood what he was saying as he crouches down and he starts slinking his way on over, and he's pretty dang quiet. I mean, it is just right now rough terrain. It's just black asphalt, so it's not like he has much to avoid, but it seems like he's at least gone into some sort of killer instinct. You don't really have that urge, so what would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna apprehensively follow his advice and follow my literal nose. I'm gonna start smelling.
All right. Give me a. Let's do a wits and an awareness. So 5 for you.
Okay.
I'd say give me 6 because you do have your. I think it's a flaw technically for you.
Okay, well that's better than
You're
last time.
Okay. Yeah, there's no fails in there at least. So that's
Yeah, and a crit success. You sure there isn't a little gangrel mixed into that brouhaha?
Listen, I took the instructions quite literal.
Right. Alright, you kind of follow along with him, but you more so focus as you sniff. Sniff, and you can smell. Yeah, there it is. It smells like a bar. A cheap biker. Everything that you're. Even the tobacco that reeks. As you are led. And there is a tent that instantly calls to you. Maybe not to you, but something that calls within. As you make your way closer, this tent seems to be like an army green. As you can smell, oh man, you could use a good drink. One that'll make this insane mess of a night just clear away. It smells strong. As you make your way inside the tent. Theo, you focus on your sound as you can tell that he's not as quiet. He's like sniffing. He honestly seems a little bit more hound-like as he approaches. But he clearly catches a whiff as he bloodhounds is no other way to put it, as he just like a hunter finds the one that he wants and is already making his way towards the entrance to unzip it. There are there's a few others, about 4 others for you to pick from, so none of them really call to you more than the other. All of them, well, they all seem peaceful. can't really see much inside. Yeah, nothing really draws you to one. Which one would you like to pick? There is
No,
two
if,
on the left or two on the right from the one that Rune decided to pick.
anything differentiating them at all that
Besides the color of the tent, and one's a little bit smaller, one's a little bit blockier. For the moment, you don't notice anything too different. If you want, you can roll me an awareness to maybe try to listen or focus on anything else. If you want to, it would be a mental and awareness.
yeah,
So,
I think mental awareness, at least try to go ahead and go for whoever the deepest sleeper is, because I
Okay.
do not want to risk anyone waking up during this.
Right, yeah.
But if I could pick anything else up on top of that, so let's see here, what you need. So mental awareness, so that'll be a 5?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, nice. No critical successes this time, but no critical failures and a bit of successes.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's better than how it's been. Alright. You listen in. First instinct is, okay, who's breathing the deepest? There is one tent that, I wouldn't say it's snoring, but it's definitely, the person has a little bit of a, maybe their nose is stuffy. Hard to say, but a little bit of a gasp. But really the only other thing that you pick up on is you hear scampering. And it's not really towards any of the tents. It seems like it kind of comes from closer to the water, the edge of the water. You kind of look out, you don't see anything, but you feel almost like you're being watched. But besides that, as your attention is kind of drawn back, it seems the yellow tent is the one that the person breathes the deepest.
Do not like the fact that I'm being observed. Sets me at unease. But if there was a danger, I'm sure the person that brought us here would have already made
Start
alarm.
shooting.
Yeah, we would know if we were in true danger. So I'll try to keep a mind on the direction that came from and try to, as quietly and as stealthily, access the yellow tent.
Okay. Both of you have picked your tents as you make your way on inside. For you, Rune, in the green tent, what you see is an older man, probably closer to his 60s. And boy, oh boy, his tent it reeks. It reeks of what a mixture of alcohol, most of it just being liquors. Most of it being liquors, with that kind of awful tinge of beer. There's a lot of bottles in here that you notice will probably make some noise if you kick any of them over, so you'll have to be quiet and stealthy about that. But not only that, there's a lot of just trash bags. If you had to guess, by the smell, thinks he's just scavenged by going through trash cans. Seems like he's also the kind of person who collects just these bottles, not just for what he's drinking, but you see some plastic ones that have been squished, and ones that he's probably collected just to recycle for a little bit of extra money.
Doing the environment a favor. What a good man.
Yeah, there you go. He sleeps in a sleeping bag that could definitely use a good wash, especially it looks like he eats and drinks on this thing. But honestly, it just smells like, with that tinge of tobacco, it just smells like a biker bar, in all honesty. Most people that you spend your time with don't have homes either and are always just on the road. He smells... He doesn't smell like food, like a meal or anything like that. If anything, you feel thirsty. Your throat is dry. And the more that you can smell, it's as if that smell kind of quenches that thirst, but it's still just not enough. You need something else. You need a little bit more. So, if you don't want to wake him up, go ahead and roll for me. You don't have stealth, but you do have dexterity, so... I guess go ahead and roll me your dex. That'll be a 3 for you.
Please don't smash a
3
bottle.
total?
Just kick it. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I'm just like, hear him absolute silent, just about to bite down, and then all of a sudden I hear like an absolute cacophony in the tent next to me.
It's like falls.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
shit. Oh, God.
Wow, it's all going to hell.
So, Rune feels a pretty good temptation to consume, right?
To drink, yes.
Drink.
Not,
They-
overpowering. but-
So not overpowering.
No, it's not like you can't control yourself, but you definitely are drawn. Like, you are thirsty and someone is handing you a nice cup of water. Cold, chilled, all of it.
I'm gonna say Rune leaves.
All right.
Told to follow your instincts by your buddy Growler.
Maybe that was his instinct.
Okay.
All right, you take it in, look around, and you leave. Make your way on out. Theo, you make your way inside the red tent, the one that person seemed to be at least breathing the deepest. Maybe they have a little bit of sleep apnea. It's hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
But you make your way inside, slowly unzipping this one. As you get a peek inside, well, this one looks like there are 2 people that are sleeping in here.
Mm-hmm.
There is what looks to be an older man, probably, man, he might just look worse, but he looks like he's probably in his 50s, though he may not be that old.
Mm.
It honestly just seems like he's worked a hard life. And also in the tent is what looks to be a younger girl. She's in her own sleeping bag next to him. She's probably maybe in her young teenage years. It looks like they both have some of their things in backpacks that they own. Not only that, but they have what looks to be some cards and some sketches that she probably uses to pass the time. Things that she's drawn. There's not much in here besides that and a little bit of the leftovers of the trash of the food that they ate. You can tell that most of the noise, of course, comes from the older man who sleeps on his back. Young girl is quiet in deep sleep. What would you like to do?
Which one looks to be in better health?
Definitely the younger girl. I mean, she's still youthful. Her blood is coursing through strong, thick. Maybe she could use a little bit more water, but she's doing much better than her dear old daddy. Or grandpa. We're assuming here.
Do I have any money on me? Or I probably wouldn't, considering.
Probably not, yeah.
Damn. Alright. Well then, I'm going to, as quietly and as carefully, sample the young lady and I am going to try to control myself enough that I do not cause her any lasting harm.
Okay. Roll me a willpower. So it'll be your composure and your resolve. Good old. Whew, that's a 5 for you.
Yeah,
Good.
don't want to go ahead and leave any reason for someone to.
It didn't sound like a good
No,
noise.
that's not
No,
good.
that is not a good
Oh,
noise.
no.
That is not a good roll.
I think I hear a murder.
Oh, oh no.
There's
That
one
is
in there.
2 crit fails.
2 critical failures, only 1 success, and then 2 fails.
Alright. Well, you choose. She looks to be in much better health. She would probably handle it better. You go on over to the younger girl as you take a bite. And the first thing that you notice as everything goes dark is you hear what sounds to be a voice, a whisper. It doesn't have just one voice. It's like a cacophony of voices.
Mm-hmm.
And you swear you've heard this before.
That same voice that said I was lost, right?
You hear it once again. Are you lost? And as soon as that blood hits your tongue, you are cloaked in impenetrable shadow. All that you can focus on is as it floods into your mouth, that warm, cleansing. It just takes away all that pain, all of that, just that constant empty feeling. And you hear this whisper again. You should not be here. For a while, you lose any concept of what lies around you. As you can feel movement. Shadow surrounds you in this tent. It's almost as if it moves, breathes, pulsates. And as you feel the flood of liquid, there is a whisper again. Child of the conformist, imposed to walk the road of bones. And now your focus is uncontrolled as you then try to pull yourself out, but what holds firm upon you doesn't let you go. It's almost as if you're being pulled in this void, this shadow inside this tent, the sensation that you feel. And you can feel the darkness. It feels to stretch and expand, surround you and consume you. It's suffocating, but there is no breath. It pierces, but you feel no flesh. And you finally hear a voice. This one, male. Get me out. As you are able to pull yourself out, kind of catch yourself, get off this poor girl you've been drinking on for a while, as you look down and she still breathes. But she looks a lot paler than what you intended to leave her at. But to your surprise, the wound that you left on her neck, it seems to heal itself, really without any effort on your end.
Thinking to myself, thank goodness for small blessings. That final voice, though, that's new. As though something was calling me to free them. From what or where? With that moment, I will do my best to exit the tent without making any more commotion than I have already caused.
You make your way on out.
Making sure that it looks as though I was never there.
Alright. You're a shadow. Well, Rune beat you. He's already out. Rune, what did you want to do as you left?
Look back in the tent. Bring out the wallet. Take out 20, throw it in. Head back to the bikes.
Oh, we got so many angels. Oh. Yeah, I mean, you make your way on back. Griller looks at you. He doesn't say anything. He just gives you a nod. As he's leaning on his bike. Just waiting.
I sell my bike and wait as well.
That's how you doing, kid.
Sit there in silence.
Have you ever heard someone speak to you during it?
Who are you talking to? Me or Griller?
I'm more talking to myself, but
Oh,
standing between both of you. You know, more verbalizing the experience you just went through.
Sorry.
He looks over at you. Yeah, I see what you mean. He's gonna light up a cigar.
Like you're consumed by darkness, and through that, a voice demanding escape, release, to be let out, to not be trapped in the shadows. Almost. Something, I don't know, maybe something, I don't know how to describe it. Just felt old.
It tells you he's never heard anything. But the experience is different for everybody. He says perhaps your beast has a voice. He tells you he's sorry for that.
well, I definitely can say I ain't heard no voices yet I'm aware of. By the way, Griller, I wanted to ask. Are those just normal cigars? Or is there something special with those things?
He looks at you. He asks what you mean by special.
Well, can't drink whiskey. I can still smoke. Is there like human blood in it? Or is it tobacco?
He's gonna pass over the cigar to you.
I'll take it.
It seems like a normal cigar. Not really. I mean, it looks like a normal one. It hits like a normal one. Doesn't
All right,
seem
it's
like...
normal. Good news. I'm gonna take out my lighter. I'm just gonna enjoy.
Well, Griller tells you that really is only advice. Write down everything it says. As annoying it may get. He says it'll be nice to know what it has to say. Who knows, it might be able to get you out of pickle at some point. It doesn't want to die either.
Well, if there's some way that so you're saying that it could be useful if there's a way I could work with it. But if I can't, it's something that I'm going to have to work against.
Tells you he can't tell you yes or no, but that's just his assumption.
So much that I don't know. So much that I feel like I'm missing. I need time and I need information.
He tells you once you start getting this knowledge, this information, you go ahead and let him know. He tells you that that's kind of part of the whole thing. He says you're going to be confused until you're finally Ash.
Isn't that the way of it? The more you know, the more you realize that you need to know. Every question answer leads to more questions to be asked.
He tells you it's better not to know what lies behind every corner. It only makes this existence more unbearable. And besides, if you don't know about it, you don't have to worry about it.
If I don't know about it, it can still be the end of me. So why wouldn't I worry about it regardless?
He chuckles at that as he smokes a cigar. He says he'll figure it out, kid. He can't tell you how to do it. You'll do it your own way. If obsessing about it is your way, then he doesn't go for it. But his advice, none of it matters. Just have fun.
None of it matters, just have fun. I have a feeling that that's just not my way, but I thank you for the advice regardless.
He chuckles. He tells you not yet. Not yet.
I'm gonna put my cigar out in my own hand. I'm kind of kinky like that. I'm gonna say, so we're gonna talk about turning to ash and hanging out in this hobo camp, or are we gonna go somewhere?
Well, since you're such a skilled writer, why don't you lead?
Alright.
Yeah, he says if you both are well fed, let's go.
Hopping on.
Do I need to reroll a writing stat? I'm worried, okay?
I would say not unless you want to try to maybe go faster, you know, do a bit like, you know, improve.
How about just doing better, if not faster?
Yeah, there you then go ahead and give me a roll then.
Okay, that was
Otherwise you're gonna be
Doing
doing the
what,
same
like
old
10, 20
shaky...
miles or something?
Well, that's a little better, but at the same time, not amazing. So there we go. 2 successes, 2 almost successes,
That's pretty good.
but no
fails.
failures like critically.
That's a definite improvement.
Alright, yeah, you're getting at least a little bit of a handle, quite literally, on it, keeping it balanced. You notice that going slow really isn't the best. If you can pick up the speed a bit, it's actually a lot easier.
It maintains its own balance as more it's in movement.
Big brain.
Big.
So as you start to understand it a little bit better, you improve. You're actually able to keep up. They're still going at a slow pace, of course, but you're able to keep up as you guys make your way into the, well, our friend here, as you're going to learn, our friend Rune here, didn't really live in the greatest of areas. Alright.
As long as it's not a locked cell where I can only come and go
Well,
when
actually, it's kind of similar.
Wow, funny you should say that.
Yeah.
Alright.
So how long have you lived in an abandoned prison?
It's not that bad.
Alright.
Too much imagination on this one.
Alright. You guys make your way into the rougher side, the southeast Chicago, as you make your way into good old, gotta love it, Riverdale. I know we've heard it once before today already.
Riverdale.
They're gonna stop a few blocks out, as you alert. So you guys make your way into, now it's getting closer to 3, 4 in the morning. So it is quiet out on the streets. But you make your way into a little alleyway. As you get off the bikes, Griller says that he'll take care of it. He's going to point kind of down the way, ask if that one's you.
Sorry, what?
He's gonna have point kind of like down the way, down the street a bit, and he's gonna ask if that building there is you.
Over there? Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one.
That's me.
He tells you that he'll be back tomorrow. He'll grab you both and he'll get you to an actual safe house. He tells you this place won't be a bad... It won't be a bad haven when you're in a tight spot, but he recommends you spend more time in the haven that Nita's going to set up. Yes, he says he hopes you got plenty of locks on it, though.
Oh, don't you know? I go into my pocket. I bring out this giant thing of keys. I got some locked. That's not an issue.
Yeah, he actually, he sees a slight smile as he nods. You pull out this wand that you probably use to hit people, because ow.
That's not my
He
style.
nods, and he, well, he tells both you boys then to get inside and wait until the sun is completely down. Even if for some reason you wake up a little bit early. He says that you do not step foot until the sun is down. He says that if you have time, board up any and all windows if it's not done already.
Well, I work the night shift, so they're pretty much covered. But we'll make double sure.
Good. Alright. We'll see you both in the morning.
All right.
Tells you, Theo. That he's got a good person looking out for you. So she's maybe a little gung-ho, but he tells you with her looking out for her, I think you'll do just fine. He's gonna rev up the motorcycle to start it up again. He's gonna kind of give you both almost like a salute. As for the moment, he's going to drive off and leave the 2 motorcycles here.
You said he'd be back from anyway, so.
Yep.
Alright. Then I let Rune lead on.
All right. Follow me.
So you make your way into your small apartment that, I mean, already the area is pretty rough. The first thing that you look for, because, you know, this is what's important to you,
The bike.
your bike.
Yeah.
And you find it where you left it. The only difference being is it does look like there has been something spray painted on it.
What is it?
It looks like all that it is someone tried to mess up some of your decals and they just like sprayed over it. Like
Oh, it's
someone
fine. I
was
can just
just
stick on some
angry and
more.
just tried to, yeah, is what it looks like.
Well, I start unlocking go down the stairs, a little stairwell, and start unlocking the 10 damn locks. It takes probably a minute or two.
Yeah, he stands there and he unlocks one, has a different key for almost each and every one. You watch as he goes through. Probably doesn't really make you feel much better about this place, but...
Paranoid much?
Right.
Well, I mean,
And when you got a
if
security business, you gotta take advantage, man.
if he lives in a rough neighborhood, that there is 2 things that I noticed by that. One, his door takes a while to get into, which means he'd rather go and fight someone on the street than fight him in his house. Which, priorities. But also, it also means that he probably has something in the house that he doesn't want a lockpick to get into too easily.
Clever girl.
Well, you unlock it, you head on inside. So, your apartment's not big at all. Is it a messy apartment? Because I can't imagine that you keep it very clean.
It's a mess, but it's an organized mess. There's the pile of laundry. There's the pile of clean laundry. The occasional tin can out of place, and he's fixed.
Probably alcohol bottles, but
Yes,
right.
I can't deny it.
This is definitely the pad of someone who lives alone, and their priorities are definitely elsewhere. They keep this place organized. It definitely has that smell of alcohol. If you had to guess, it's probably been spilt on the carpet in many places.
Is there a tub in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Is there a window in the bathroom?
No.
Do you have a spare sheet that I could use?
I mean, there's the couch too. I mean, we're underground. The only windows are covered. Goddamn. I'll thank you if you're so inclined. Go ahead, take a blanket. I got a cupboard somewhere, I'm sure, with one.
All right, then I will.
You as you wish.
I will scrounge around for a blanket, and then I will sleep in the tub. It's the most secure room, with the least likely of anything possibly being thrown through a window.
Okay, while he's doing this, I'm locking my door.
Yeah.
Lock your extra locks, of course, now that you're on the other side. Alright, and you're getting yourself set up in the bathtub.
Yeah.
You could
The
probably
way Theo
clean it
looks at
first.
it is it's the most secure room in
As
the
he's doing that,
entire
I was
place.
like, I look inside. Do you want to take one of my mattress cushions?
I've slept on a stone floor for as long as I can remember. This is an upgrade.
Just take the damn cushions, boy. Throw them in, whether he wants them or not.
It's not like I'm going to actually feel anything.
I don't care. Do what you want. I go to my bedroom. I'll talk to you in the morning. Slam. Then click. Lock.
Okay.
Well, you get yourself kind of in as cozy as you can in the bathtub. That definitely could probably use to get cleaned more than it does. Use a sheet, lay on down. And it's dark. There's no windows, nothing. Just a little bit of light from what comes through the door. And you feel once again just as you lay there, try not to think about the day too much. The shadows, the darkness around you just feel like they kind of press in. Like not suffocating, but it feels like you're cloaked in one too many blankets and it's starting to get uncomfortably warm to the point where it's even a little bit harder to breathe, but then that feeling of something watching.
Does it feel like the watching is coming from within?
Feels like it's coming from within, around, behind, up, down, all around. Just feels like you are being watched, and darkness, walls, tub, none of that really is obscuring it from looking at you.
I mean, I'm on my phone looking at the phone webcams. Like,
Make sure your cameras are good.
I don't think I got one in the bathroom.
Fair.
Well, try to go ahead and focus on that darkness. If I could try to will myself into more of a meditative state and maybe try to work with it instead of making it into an adversary. Maybe use that warmth in a way that keeps me warm tonight. Use those shadows as something rather than pushing down on me, more something that moves through me.
Okay. Roll for me then a mental and an occult. This wouldn't count as blood magic, so
Oh, of
just
course, no.
yeah.
So that's going to be, what, a 7?
Yes.
Okay. Well then, no critical failures this time. I'm glad for that, but more dice does mean more chance for everything.
Right. It's not always good.
But there we go. 3 9s.
Oh wow, 999. Okay. You try to come at it with a peaceful mind. Not one of fear, not one of rejection, not even one of dominance. Just try to find some comfort in this feeling. And it takes some time until finally you push past this feeling of pressure and this feeling of not quite control, but almost like leeching, as if it's trying to take from you, and you find yourself into a slumber. It's much more violent than it was when you for humans. It's not one that you kind of just fall into, one that is a hard shift. From you are a walking corpse to now, at least until the sun goes down, you're just a bag of bones.
Bag of bones.
Rune,
Yeah.
make sure that all your security systems are good to go.
I
Try
check and
to-
see if the motion camera detected who painted my bike.
Yeah, it looks like it was. I mean, it had to be a kid. By the looks of it, it's probably like a 17-year-old.
Shitty little shit.
Yeah, and I mean, he didn't just paint yours. You can tell there was another bike that was there as well that he painted, and a car that he painted as well. You
just got a hold of a can of spray paint and went to town.
Yep.
Evidently.
Definitely seems like there was anger behind it for sure.
Oh, teen angst. Nothing like it.
Maybe.
Maybe
But-
your bike looked a lot like his dad that left for cigarettes a while back.
I know that feeling. All right, so I'll lay down on the bed, and as I'm laying, oops, I'm gonna go into the bed frame, grab out my shotgun, gonna lay towards the door, and pass out with it pointing towards the door.
Yes.
Good.
Alright. And you too find yourself much easier into that. As soon as you get into your natural position of how you usually sleep, it's just a quick shift of dead. Now, for you, Theo. Sounds so excited.
Wait, there's so many unknowns,
Alright. Ooh, I actually gotta go back to Los Angeles for this. I think it's where the music is for this one. Yep. It's a little too spooky. There we go, now we're getting closer.
Is it worrying me that she's looking something up? Maybe a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Alright. It is dark. You cannot move. You cannot breathe, but it's not really something that you need to do. Something that you can do. like you're in a dark, dark room. And it's not that you're tied down. It's like you're floating.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, you see that in this darkness, there's shapes that kind of dart. They seem to be small. Honestly, these shapes dog-like, but maybe if a dog was a little bit smaller yet. Like a real buff chihuahua. Smaller but a lot more denser is the shape. As they kind of just dart around. They really don't seem to pay any or all attention to you. As you just kind of exist in this space. But what you do notice is this essence around you that holds you, that right now that controls your, at least your subconscious, is it's hungry. What it's hungry for, it's hard to tell. It doesn't seem to be hungry for you, or, but you know that it wants something. But you're not quite sure how long you're in this state of things just coming and going, and you hear nothing, you really feel nothing. You can't really even see much of anything besides this darkness, but you do have this strange connection as, well, you too feel hungry all the time. But that's really as far as your really process can get to really understanding what's happening as you awake the next day in the tub. I mean, the kinks really only last for a little bit. Go ahead and roll me 1d6. Let's find out if you're starting out hungry.
1d6 it is. You mean 1d10, right?
I did it again.
It's okay. It's okay.
Cheers.
Ooh.
Because initiative's a d6.
Correct.
Ugh.
1-8.
All right.
Lucky.
Well, considering that I would have to go out and find something to eat,
Yeah.
you had a supply. I don't have a supply.
You're not a bag.
I don't even know what kind of blood calls to me yet.
Well, you wake up. The blood that you had yesterday fuels the dead cells of your body as you awake. And you feel surprisingly pretty good. A little bit seems to have processed as you slept. You still remember what happened yesterday, so none of that has been lost, though you haven't really recovered much more than you had yesterday. As you come to remembering where you are, go ahead and give me a d10. There we go. See if you're waking up hungry.
1d10?
Yeah. I did it
All right.
this time.
Good old hunger.
Oh.
Come on, camera. Stop doing this.
Accidentally cleared my history, but I got a 5.
How dare you? Well, it's a fail.
I'm sorry.
Come on, focus, camera. My face isn't that blurry. Come on.
Alright.
This
At one point, I was looking at it melt, and I thought I was going blind.
No. This is the camera has an autofocus that doesn't quite work all the time.
Right.
And that's why I turn when I'm streaming normally with like Discord or something, I can configure the camera to turn autofocus off. Haven't figured out how to do that with Zoom just yet. I will, but it's going to take time.
I don't have
Fair
autofocus,
enough.
so I'm not sure.
Oh no, it's
I can
built
reroll if you
into
want, or
this.
you can take my word for it. I can take a screenshot.
I mean, hey, I'm fine with the 5 because that's a fail.
Ah, fuck.
Oh,
Fuck. Shit.
So
Yeah,
go
six-
ahead
Oh.
and on the left hand, or maybe on the for your
Right
right
hand.
hand side for this one, go on down to where it says health, willpower, humanity, hunger, and that'll be a 1.
one in your hunger.
Yum yum.
You never want to find out what happens when you get to a full hunger meter.
That's when I get to have fun.
Oh, yeah. Mm. Come on, camera. Calm down.
Start feeling a little thirsty.
Just a little
I'm a little
peckish.
thirsty.
Just a little bit.
Need myself a whiskey. Alright, so we have an hour left. I would have used this hour for Death, but he's not here, so that's alright. Alright. He's not here, so we'll save all that. Okay. Then let's do. You're the only person that hasn't gone to bed yet tonight, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I need to get you to bed so I can switch over to you and then see.
Alright,
you
easy.
What'd you say?
I said easy, then I just like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're the only person that's behind.
Yeah, I've just been hanging out at a gypsy camp.
Yeah. Do you recognize the music that I used from it? For it? I don't know
I'd have to hear it again, maybe.
if you-
Nailed it.
Yeah.
I was like, now wait a second.
Okay. Alright, so Bowman has left with some information where he knows where his sister was last seen. She was last seen in Riverdale, and she is separated from this Malkavian gentleman at the moment, so.
Mhm.
Let's see.
I GPS'd how far Riverdale was from.
Right.
So how far away is it?
So you're at the gypsy camp right now, actually. You know what? I got something.
Gypsy.
Riverdale House. Oh, that's where Giant Park is.
We getting the weather forecast?
Right, yeah. So you're probably nighttime, no traffic. 45 minutes. It's deeper in Chicago. Southeast, too.
Well, sounds to me like I'm heading to Riverdale. Get myself a hotel for the night.
Well, she will tell you to be careful. She says to keep your eye a secret. Don't let anybody see it. If someone sees it, dear, they will only want to hurt you. You can't let them know what you are.
There we go.
You are precious, and they will want to take you for themselves. You can do great things, and you will only make people better. So please be careful.
Mama, and I will thank her for her training.
She tells you that you can cure people, that you can stop people from doing bad things, and you yourself will be able to control your body and your mind. She tells you that you will do just fine. Just watch out for your sister. I'm concerned for her. So many people will want to hurt her, only because they do not understand, and they don't care to understand, dear. They think that it's more trouble than it's worth. They're very cruel, my dear. So please be careful.
I'll give her a kiss on the cheek like you do a grandma.
Oh.
I tell her that I will. Thank you. I'm gonna head off. Big smiles, lots of waves to everyone on the way out. This is great. I don't know what everyone else is complaining about. Everything's
Even though
lovely.
when you first got here, they were like, "Who are you?"
I'm an angel.
All right, well, you make your way out of the gypsy camp. You came here looking for help, and I guess you got it.
Yeah.
You're still not sure. It still seems a little surreal, but let's just keep going with this crazy dream, shall we?
Give it the angel impulses.
Your car is still here.
Bitchin'.
What kind of car do you have?
I imagine it's like a small something.
A small something, huh?
Compact
Yeah.
smart car.
A Prius.
Oh, a lunchbox. So if you stick your arm out the window, it starts turning.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Aren't Prius also like?
environmentally cautious.
Yeah, aren't they also like energy cars?
Oh yeah. So extremely fuel efficient that it's unbelievable. But that's because they weigh so little because they are so.
They're barely a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to get in an accident with anything beefier than a Prius while driving a Prius, though, because
Right.
Then
Right.
you're gonna have a bad time.
a
What
bit.
color is it? These things are important.
Light blue.
Light blue.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Alright, well, your car is still here. Parked where you left it.
Bitchin'.
Make your way inside. Turn on the radios. I'm sure that's usually what you listen to.
Yep.
It sounds, yeah. Probably like some like medical podcast or something really boring.
Classical.
Classical? Okay, I like classical, so. Let's not throw hate. Alright.
You're the one who said it was probably really boring. Not
Yeah, I was
me.
thinking like medical podcasts. Like, oh, today we learned that, gingivitis has links to...
I don't know. Now that I'm an angel, classical music is hitting just a little bit better.
Gosh darn it. Alright,
This is going to be
you're-
an ongoing thing.
Right.
I'm not a vampire. What are you talking about?
Angel.
Oh, goodness.
And you are heading to Riverdale. Now, I don't think you've probably ever been to Riverdale. I don't really
Nah.
think you've ever needed to go to this side of Boston, like,
Nope.
ever. While your sister's there, you're not even quite sure. It makes you a little
She's
sad.
with the crazy killer.
Great. Love it.
That's why I need to get sword training.
I mean, you definitely knew something was wrong with her. Not just with that she seemed sick, but she was just...
A little wacky.
Yeah, definitely just like paranoid, and and when she would try to explain things, they were just so ridiculous, delusioned, erratic. It was just, I guess her having Stockholm syndrome, it kind of makes a little bit of sense of how she was acting, honestly.
I mean, from what I've learned of these Malkavians, it makes sense.
Yeah.
My sister had the chance to be an angel, but didn't quite make it, so she's gone a little crazy.
Sad.
She needs a little help. That's all.
Aw. Let's do.
Well, I'm gonna look up a nice hotel in the Riverdale area. That's where we're gonna be crashing for the night.
Okay. Well, you make your way about 45 minutes, a little bit less, since there's really no one on the road. You make your way and you get yourself checked. Now, all these places are cheap. All these places.
I'll look for the nicest cheap plate.
I can do like a Google search.
Yeah,
Okay. Based on stars.
basically.
Well, how does two stars sound? 'Cause that
Sounds
seems
lovely.
to be the best.
Oof.
Now, you're not really quite sure where in Riverdale your sister is, so you just kind of wing
Aim
it.
for center.
Looking for the center.
Yeah.
So, alright, closer. Alright, I understand. 2 stars is about as good as you're gonna get. They don't offer breakfast or anything, but at least they got free Wi-Fi, though don't expect it to be very great. The room itself, you just get yourself a small room. It'll cost you about $45.
Done.
1 night. Room be yours. 1 room. Probably, I don't know, no bigger than a queen size bed. It definitely smells just a little bit of that just stale. it just smells kind of stale. Not bad per se. You can tell at least they try. This place definitely gets clean, so.
Perfect. Slap the do not disturb guy on the door. Make sure everything's super closed.
All right.
Close up all the windows and all that goodness.
You don't have 10 locks, but you know.
I go to bed.
Yeah, you feel the exhaustion kind of come in waves as you go ahead and lie down in bed and get yourself warm, cozy. Close your eyes.
Shoot a text out to my supervisor, whoever doctor I work under. I'm sure a few people know what I've been doing, so I'm basically just gonna let them know I found a lead on my sister and I won't be into work tomorrow.
Okay.
If they really need me, shoot me a text. But I'm a little out of the way.
I'm seeing if you have some.
Taking a sick day.
See if you have some.
Taking a sick day for a family situation.
Exactly.
Right.
Not totally unheard of.
Especially when your sister goes missing. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you send a text. So yeah, you're not really expecting an answer, especially because it's so early in the morning. Probably won't be until closer to 5 that you'll get an answer. But you send it through, get yourself in bed, close your eyes, and the first thing that you notice is your eyes closed. You still can sense this room is, well, it's not that the room is sad, it's just this room feels like that it's just been in, I'd say, a roller coaster of emotions. This room has been used for a lot of things, for a lot of people.
Not a lot of them good.
Yes and no. Some of them were good. You know, maybe a young couple decided to sneak out and get themselves a hotel room. You know, they had a good night, but then, yeah, then maybe, I don't know, fights or that kind of thing. It doesn't, it's really hard to ride that wave, but sleep you find very difficult as you notice that you just sense and you sense, and you're able to get at least 2 of your eyes closed.
Yeah, but one of them's not having any of it, huh?
Are you trying to force it?
No.
Oh. Like,
Go ahead and get one of those sleeping masks and just wear it a little higher on the head.
Can I try to roll a resolve and composure to close it?
Yeah, if you want to just.
It's bedtime now. We go sleep.
Yeah, exactly. It's sleep time now.
Try to control that eye. Let's do it.
Angel urges stop. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes with 1 crit. 2, 8, 9, 10, 7, 3.
Jesus, mate.
Alright, you... Alright, you now know what the problem is. You then try to get teach the muscle memory, honestly. I mean, try to get it to close.
It's sleep time. Why?
And you see what looks to be
The demon horse.
stairs that lead down to a door. The door looks, I mean, nothing really too special about the door stands out. Definitely probably an apartment or
No number or anything on it?
business. Roll me your awareness and a mental.
Ooh, what is my awareness?
I'm not
The
sure.
2.
2, yeah.
Not bad.
Hey, you're rocking better than me when it comes to that stat.
Gotta be aware as a doctor. Or else you miss that like bleeding organ and you're like, whoops.
4 successes.
Well, that's what malpractice insurance is for, I'm
3,
sure.
6, 8,
Right.
9, 4, 8.
Number. Okay. Yeah, you'll find a number. Good.
Haha, Math is one of my merits. I know what's happening.
7D. That should sound familiar to you. I think we lived in a 7D once upon a time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, didn't we? Was it 7?
Yeah.
I think so. That's funny.
Do I get like a color of the door or anything?
Oh, I mean, it's kind of been faded with time and abuse, but it definitely was it was a brown door, and nothing really too fancy, but you can see that, yeah, it's had some wear and tear.
Perfect. Apartment 7D, faded brown door. Got it.
You see that, and it looks like all that you can tell from what sits before the door is there's a lot of bottles. Bottles that have, they look like notes in a bottle, like messages in a bottle, honestly. A bunch of those that lay in front of the door.
Nailed it.
But you find yourself, you watch, you then try to focus, pay attention, not really sure what you're seeing. If you're dreaming, you're not entirely sure, but you finally find yourself to sleep. As you go from living to basically insta-dead.
So dead.
Put the doodle back.
When I need to wake up, I got my rouse check ready.
Yeah, go ahead and do it now. Why not? You're the only one who hasn't done it yet, so. 1d10.
Haha, 10.
Why did you flip me off? It's so mean.
Because I'm an angel.
It's like, 'cause...
And you're Satan.
Whoa!
I saw you controlling a demon horse earlier.
I do not.
Can't he be nice now? That was just the demon horse.
I know. I'm not the demon horse. I wish I was. Heck yeah.
Do you?
I want to be a demon horse. Heck
Okay.
Yeah. Nay.
Hey.
Okay, let's get to you. So we have 30 minutes. Okay.
I went to bed.
What's that?
I went to bed.
Yeah, I mean, everyone did.
No. E.T. woke up and then got mind dominated.
Well, she woke up, she went horse hunting, then got mind dominated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she kept shooting at it, and it was like, alright, knock it off.
Yeah, I'm done with the whole being shot thing.
It was cool the first time, but I dodged it. Why didn't you think that was cool? What the heck is wrong with you?
You're right. Oh, this isn't a game. Alright, then I guess I'll go to Crowley since he's the one who's here. Really
Okay.
Because both of them are. Okay.
Hold on.
Crowley, you wake up.
Where's the envelope I threw at you earlier?
It's right here.
Oh.
Why? Look at you just hit it. Why, you want me to like wait for him to come back? I can wait till like 1:30, but I figure I can just go to Crowley.
Yeah, but give him a minute to come back. I went to the bathroom or something. Then go to Crowley. For being a good boy.
What did he do? Did he do good in a game today or something?
No, he's just the only one here. So he's a good boy. All the other doggos wandered off, but not this one. The best doggo.
I found this picture of a messy place, but I feel like that's too messy for your place.
That's a bit too much, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I found, but I was like, well, I could do. I mean, I don't
I like
think
That's
the
like
cigarettes
Sunny
and
in
stuff.
Philadelphia over there. Jesus.
That is actually
everyone,
pretty
everyone should recognize this place. Oh wait.
Is that Ian's house?
No, I meant the one I'm about to show. Let's do.
That's
I'll
enough.
probably
Too many
play the
windows
game.
though.
Yeah, I know. And then you got that one.
Now that is what my kitchen looks like.
That's pretty accurate.
There we
It's
go.
spot on.
Old open pizza and everything.
But do you know what this picture's from?
Yeah, it's from the apartment from
Yeah.
Vampire the Masquerades.
It's the actual apartment, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So it's Crowley's. I'll start with him because he also is up front, so. I know E.T.'s not here right now, so. Switch.
So,
Let's
what'd I miss?
Oh, we're waiting. We're switching.
I went
Oh,
to bed.
okay.
I think you left right around then.
Yeah, he went to bed finally.
Ah.
He got his eye taken care of because he's just showing off like a jerk. Also, you got a 10 for his
my
not
rouse.
hungry.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Critical success. Feeling great.
You know, he's just surviving off that divine energy, I'm sure.
Hell yeah.
Right.
The good,
Now do it again.
the good nature and spirit.
Hmm.
I will. I will do it again.
All right.
Bash.
Crowley, you wake up feeling kind of hungry.
Yeah, I reckon I do.
But the first thing that you notice as you wake up is you can hear the sound of clanking. Sounds
Clanking.
like bottles that are being shuffled, moved around.
Now that isn't good. I'm gonna take my shotgun. And I'm just gonna kick open my fucking door.
You know, unlock it first because
No. No, there shouldn't be clinking.
You want to kick it down while it's
I'm
locked.
kicking it down. There's not a try. There's kicking and it's gonna get kicked.
Roll for me a strength and I'll take either a brawl or athletics, but
there's gonna be some raccoon that's just about to have the shit scared out of
It's a
it.
strength, and I'll go with brawl. So that's 7.
Yeah, keep that door in. 10 successes. Here we go. The door's coming off the handle. It's doing damage.
As
to
it
whatever-
sails across the street into the neighbor's front mezzanine.
I didn't do too bad.
2 successes.
Alright, you, bam! You wail on the door. Now, you probably would have just hurt your foot the other day, but things are a little bit different now. Just a wee little bit, as there's much more force than you would expect as you kick down the door, and you kick right through the door as chunks of debris just kind of spray everywhere. And the first thing that you are greeted with is it looks like there is a man who's dressed rather nice in a clean, pressed suit who looks to be cleaning up bottles. He's just bagging them, and with the commotion, I mean, his attention is instantly drawn towards you. And you are greeted only with a big smile. Spreads across his face as his eyes don't really seem to dilate. They just are hazed. Almost as if maybe he's blind, but he definitely seems to see you as he just smiles. And he asks if you slept well.
I think I'm the one asking questions here. Who are you, and why are you in my house?
Oh, he tells you he's just here to collect the bottles.
Collect the bottles, huh? Don't think you would maybe ask first.
No, no. They want me to take these bottles, so I'm going to take them.
Name now.
Yes, yes, I know that you know. You see them, right? Hear them? They're always watching, listening. Yes. Yes, they want me to take these bottles. They're not for me. No, no, it's for your friend. It's for your friend. It's not for me. It's not for me.
I'm just gonna stare confused. I imagine the bathroom is next to my bedroom. I'm gonna. Hey, could you wake up?
Well, I mean, it sounds like your biker friend's awake, so that's good. As he slams on your door. Sounds like he's talking to himself, honestly, but he's done a lot of weird stuff since you've known him.
Crack the neck a little bit. Go ahead and get up. Straighten myself up as much as I can. And then pop the door open. What on earth is going on out here?
Yes. There's a man that comes over to you. Now, he's pretty tall as he stands on up. He's probably closer to 6 feet. He is dressed very nice, has a pressed suit, black, white, tie. Well, he makes his way on over to you. As he's going to put something in your hand, it looks like a trash bag full of bottles, varying from beer, liquor, even some just soda glass bottles as well. He's going to tell you they want you to have this.
Thank you.
Oh, he does. You're welcome. Yes. See, they told me to get it for you. Yes, I know that you see just like I see. Yes, they talk to you too, don't they? They're always watching you. Yes, I know.
Oh,
They talk to me too. Yes.
I see. And when
And
they...
sometimes they just want you to hurt somebody, you know? I'm sure you've heard that too, whether it be yourself or somebody else. But today, no, not today. Today they just want me to give these to you, so I'm gonna give them to you. Let them know that I gave them to you, right? You'll do that, yes.
Who should I tell them gave them to me?
Yeah, who?
Them.
No.
Who is them?
No. You gave them to me, and you want me to tell them that you gave me to them. So I need your name so I can make sure I tell them the right person.
My name.
How else can I tell them that you gave them to me if I can't refer to you by name?
Well, I'm their loyal servant. You would just tell them that their loyal servant gave it to them, and gave it to you, and they would know that.
I'm sure they have more than
loyal
one.
servant. No, it's just me. I'm their loyal servant.
I'm gonna go touch Crowley on the shoulder. Their most loyal servant, I'm sure.
Yes. I'm their favorite. They told me. They promised. Yes. They gave me gifts. They don't give you gifts, but they give
No, I don't recall ever getting any gifts other than the bottles. Thank you.
No, that's my gift. My gift. They want me
Oh.
to give to you, but don't get it twisted. That's not from them. It's from me.
Why
You
does
tell
this
them that it's
music
from me.
remind me of X-Files?
It's a good set. This is the insane asylum, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so it's your gift that they told you to share with me.
Yes.
Alright. Did I notice that the front door get opened at all anyway? He got in here, obviously, or...
The only door that really seems to have any trauma is Rune's bedroom door, but no, besides that, everything else is untouched, besides a few bottles that have been collected and put into a bag.
Well, I will have to definitely go through the gift that you've provided me. Your gift that you're sharing.
I'm gonna walk past and I'm gonna go check out my freaking door.
And
It's
is there
locked up
anything
tight.
else that they
Lock-
wanted you to do?
Well, I know that you can hear them and they say things to you, and I sometimes, they talk to me too, and they say things, they ask if I'm lost. When I'm lost, it's like they always know when you're lost, and if you say yes, then they help you, and so I think that you should know that they just want to help you.
Of course. It's appreciated to have those care enough to help.
I don't want to help you. I hate you.
Why would you hate me? As far as I know, we barely know each other.
Do me a favor. Roll for me a dexterity and an athletics, please.
And I'm about to dodge a punch, aren't I? I'm trying to be as generous with this wonderfully even-tempered individual as possible.
Great.
This is probably not going to go well. 2 successes.
You say it, and almost like a blur, he is up on you. His hands are around your throat as he crushes your throat. And it's not so much the fact that you are suffocating, but the force around your throat as you feel it. It hurts. It almost feels like he is going to break your neck. I mean, Rune, you noticed this as well.
I think I probably should intervene.
If you want to, go ahead. Give me whatever you want to roll to get intervened. He's basically got
Okay,
a
I guess it's going to be a strength and brawl here. I'm just going to take my arm around his head and put him into a lock.
There you go. Let's do it.
So that'd be another 7. Hopefully this one is even bigger than the last one. Not by much. A crit and a critical fail.
Balance.
Yeah, there you go. Well, he screams the words as he just crushes his hands around your windpipe. He screams in your face, and I'm not going to scream right now. My neighbors hate me, but spit hits you as he just sprays it. He is telling you that you are a mistake. And Crowley, you see as he's like even lifting him up a bit as he yells. You come on in as you are you going for like a face punch, a trip? What you going for?
I'm gonna go for just the old arm around the back of the neck and trying to kick the feet out.
Drop it!
Put the vampire down.
Right. Well, as soon as the hands around your neck, you get screamed in the face. Rune is coming to your rescue as he grabs a hold of him, and you feel him instantly go limp as he lets go of you, Theo. And he drops down to the floor, almost in a fetal-like position, as he starts whimpering. He starts telling you not to, don't hurt him, don't please hurt him. He tells
How about you calm down?
He tells you that he meant no harm. He tells you he's just so angry, so angry.
He's still in my arms?
You got him down on the floor effectively, and he's begging for you to not to hurt him.
I'm going to drag him into the living room, and I'm going to throw him on the couch.
Yeah, I mean, he just curls up as he's just kind of holding out his hand, just waiting to get hit, hurt, anything, as he just begs and apologizes, telling that they made him do it.
This individual is clearly struggling with something.
I'm struggling with this situation. The door's still damn locked. There's no broken windows.
He tells you he didn't come in this way. Wait, I have an idea. Big one. I could tell you a secret. I'll make it.
I love secrets.
I can tell you a secret. He tells you to come closer. Come closer. He's not gonna move from the couch.
I give you
vampire notes.
I'm gonna give my shotgun over to my friend.
Go ahead, and I'm gonna touch Rune on the shoulder. I trust you got my back.
That's why I gave you the shotgun.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and only if they are willing for you to tell me the secret.
I wouldn't.
I'm gonna get close to him. I'm gonna try to show him trust.
He just tried to kill you. I don't think he likes you.
No, he tried to choke me. And you were there to back me up. And it wasn't
off the ground.
It was not him doing it. It was them.
Yeah, they told them to do it, right? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna.
Just watch my back.
I'll lean in
Alright.
close.
You're gonna go up to him.
Now I'm gonna go up to him and tell him that he can tell me the secret only if they're okay with it.
He whispers to you that he knows where your horse is. Yes, yes, he knows where it is.
My horse.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh. Please forgive me. My memory's been spotty as late. I don't recall having a horse.
No. He tells you not like that, like you're like a horse, you know. Yeah. He doesn't. He knows where it is.
Did you want to show us where it is?
Yes. He's gonna kind of like look around for a bit. Do you have any newspapers laying around or magazines or really anything like
Yeah, there's
that?
probably some mags.
Yeah, he's gonna grab a magazine then, as it's gonna take him some time, but he's gonna start like tearing up the magazine, and he is going to spend the time, which you guys get to watch him do it. He's going to form a sentence out of letters he's going to rip out of a magazine, and he's going to spell something. He spells, after some time, as you kind of just like look at each other like, East Hyde Park.
East Hyde Park.
Yes. And you, big one. He's gonna
Me.
go on over
Yeah.
to you, Rune. He's gonna whisper something in your ears. I'll type it to you.
Yep,
Okay.
that's probably. Ooh. And yes, Ken, I did see your message to take a break and stretch. I just got up to get a fresh cup of coffee and stretch for a little bit while they were doing stuff. So I think I'll be good for a little bit. So, but thank you so much for your concern, bud.
Aw, so nice.
Is the demon horse secretly Theo's horse?
Maybe. Only one way to find out.
Well, it's likely that this individual senses in me something that's related to the blood that was used for my creation. The horse actually belongs to them, and it's just a lost message trying to find whoever's here to receive it. That's my guess. But then again, you know, that's more me using meta information, so I don't know if a Theo would occur to that. Theo's just trying to go ahead and say, this guy's obviously off his nut,
Whoa.
but if we help him just get through whatever he's going through and get him on his way, someone this nuts wouldn't be walking around in a finely pressed suit unless they were able to function or have someone taking care of them that can function. So we either need to go ahead and get him to a point where he's with it again, or his caretakers show up to help him out. That's
Yeah.
that's all Theo's processing on. Just
Or are you saying me this whisper?
Yeah, so he's basically gonna whisper that to you.
Where is
and
he doesn't know.
it'll be in the Zoom chat. You can find it.
Oh.
I can send it to Discord too if you need. I just have to copy and paste it. It's easy.
Although I have to admit, the ambient sound is choice for the
Yeah.
situation.
I do love this song. I think it's called Disturbed and Twisted is the name.
Disturbed and twisted.
That
Ooh.
Zoom chat. Where else for this one?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Well, okay.
But, I mean, after he kind of like leans up, whispers it to you, kind of sits back on the couch as, you know, looks like he cleans himself up a bit, you know, kind of takes the creases out of his suit after being curled up for some time. Not only that, being on this dirty ground. He then stands up and will tell them. I'm gonna do what I need to do.
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
gonna
we
do
can do
this.
that.
He's gonna reach on down And it looks like he's taking what really seems to be a tissue box that no longer has tissues in it. An empty tissue box, maybe just a few left over, but I mean, he's grabbing that and he's like holding it close to him as he's gonna make his way on out. And you're gonna watch him.
I'm gonna watch.
He gets to the door as he touches his hand on it, and you watch as the shadows that kind of lay on the outskirts, kind of what reflects off from the light, the fluorescent light. Most likely it's probably fluorescent, it's a cheap apartment. When it reflects off the furniture, trash, anything, that just seems to be drawn towards him. As it wraps around his body, completely encompasses him in just this mass of darkness, and drags him down to the ground where he disappears.
So, look over, Carly. What do you know about East Hyde Park?
It sounds like a place we probably should check out. Don't know much about it.
What did he say to you before you decided to summon me out of the restroom?
I was very confused. A lot about, collecting the bottles to give
The bottles that came from... You know what? I'm going to check the bag and go through...
You do that. I'm going to go to the kitchen real quick.
I'm going to go ahead and go through, see any bottles that stand out. Anything that looks different.
All the bottles have, notes in them. They look like they all have messages.
Oh.
These weren't like this in your apartment before, were they?
They were empty.
Well, I guess I'm systematically opening and reading each message in the bottles to try to see if there's anything useful.
I'm unlocking a cabinet up top. I'm pulling out one of my fine bottles.
Right. When you're fine.
I'm bringing out a Delmore Highland melt scotch. Take out a whiskey glass.
And then I puke.
No.
Alright.
I'll make this proper. Yeah.
Anything useful in any of these, or am I finding blank sheets of paper, or am I finding more?
You'll find a lot of just, some of them are what looks to be just doodles is the best way to put it. Honestly, if you gave a kid, and no joke, it is indeed crayon, if you gave a child a crayon and just said, here you go, have fun, and they just kind of just started scribbling, grabbed colors, and just had fun with it. A lot of them seem like that, and man, though, do they just have this eeriness about them, because you swear that there is a picture here. But it's
I wander
so
over with my glass.
hard. But it's
some sort of jigsaw puzzle you got
hard
there?
to be able to tell. Then you do find some that have some writing on it. One that you find has, let's see, one word is, and I'll probably spell it for you, but Ahriman, Ahriman.
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 Hmm.
You also have the word oubliette. Oubliette.
Oh, oubliette.
Oubliette.
Yeah.
And the words that you find a lot, reflection. And you open one that just says boo with an exclamation point.
Oh, did you get scared by that?
I think that almost everything that has just happened is disturbing in some
Oh yes,
fashion.
that's why I used to drink, and then I once again tried to drink some alcohol. It's very high fine stuff. I'll give you know.
Hey, if you want to drink, you can roll. See if you hold it and do it like a champ.
Yes.
Because you actually have eat food, so go ahead.
And I gotta keep trying until I can taste it again.
I'd say give me your eat food and your composure and resolve. So for you, that's
Composure,
roll a
support.
5.
5.
Your eat food's a 2. So
Oh.
yeah.
Ah. Well, not great.
Every
Copy.
time.
Yeah, not having good rolls tonight. That leap was my peak.
Alright, you swig it, and instantly that liquid goes to grainy ash as it hits your tongue. That just disappointment once more. As you try
I'm
your
shaking my head.
best to
I'm shaking.
swallow it.
No, I don't try it. Nope, I just go to the kitchen.
Well, let's hope that Theo is concentrating on these notes. Not to notice, but he probably did. You go to the bathroom, you spit it up, disappointed this was expensive booze.
Disappointed.
But
I would
after
just bring
going-
out the remainder of my cigar from last night.
There you go. But as you finally go through a few more notes, trying to get through these scribbles and this madness, you do find finally a picture that you can kind of make sense of. It looks like it's supposed to be like a really rough drawing of. It could be a cow.
Moo.
It honestly is kind of what it looks like. It's definitely a creature with 4 legs. The only difference being is like it looks like a cow if it had like spikes coming out of all over its body. This very crude, childlike drawing.
Okay. Well, look through these. I'll try to remember any of the things that seem to make any sense in case I come across them later, because if we run into this guy again and he's still doing this, maybe I'll be able to match some of the symbols up in his childlike drawings to those
I
symbols.
think you mean when we see him again.
Well, who knows? But I mean, a breadcrumb is a breadcrumb is a breadcrumb. Let's just hope we don't get stuffed into someone's oven.
All right, Willy Wonka. I go put my shotgun away.
It's so
Didn't get to
incredible.
use it.
No,
I start laughing as I walk away.
Fine. Okay.
All right, so we gonna wait
Alright.
around, or are we gonna go on this trail? Either way, we should leave him a note if we do go.
Leave who a note?
You know, company we were expecting.
Checking something out, East Hyde Park, I guess.
All right. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I start
Safe
ripping some of these notes out of my book.
Hey, E.T., I'm sorry. I know that the horse is like trying to take over your body right now. I mean, but
Callie
the
just
same.
goes, oh shit, then just shoots her.
Oh,
Don't! Please don't!
Anyway,
We're
go back
kinda
to the
related.
kitchen. I ripped the notes out of my book. I take that high brand fucking my glass, I pour it in there, take out the lighter, set the notes on fire. I
There
keep
you go.
one, and that's the address I got from Griller. That's the only thing I keep.
all of the wonderful ramblings.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ramblings of a madman.
Well, I mean, we just got a bunch of messages in the bottle that probably were done
Sorry.
a little less coherently. But, hey. Maybe, if we meet him again, we'll just give him a box of Crayola and a bunch of sheets of paper and see what happens.
So you want to stop by a Walmart first? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying we leave a note for Growler, and then we go ahead and take off.
All right. I get the notebook. I write down a note. Grab a magnet from the fridge. Start unlocking the 50 billion locks that don't seem to matter anymore.
Oh, yeah, when
Well, I
someone can
mean,
just, like,
if you think about it, if you really do think about it, Rune, the world isn't what it's changed. We've changed. Yeah? At least that's what I'm supposed to say. At least that's what I was told over and over. we're no
Well,
longer the
it's sure it's
same.
fucking different. And I don't know if it's for the better, but I guess we'll find out.
Hmm.
Will you guys leave a note? For
Yeah, I
Griller?
leave a note.
Checking
Is-
something out.
On
East
to-
Hyde Park.
Yep.
Good or bad, you guys leave your safety. Well, it really didn't turn out to be that safe, did it?
Nope.
But safety.
Well, if a guy could just go ahead and straighten his suit and tie and shadow step through a door.
I was gonna check my cameras, but I guess it doesn't fucking matter since I saw how he got in.
Yeah. Well, you
Alright,
guys
so I wandered
leave.
over to
No,
the
Growler
bike. I
did
started
tell us
warming it
that
up.
this might be a
I
nice
tilt
place.
over. I kick a button on the side. Out comes my go-kart kind of thing. Yes, that's right. A cargo seat kind of thing. Well, no riding bitch for you. You gassy.
So a sidecar?
Yep.
Okay. I suppose that's fine.
Aww.
Yeah. This is.
I mostly use it for groceries, but you know,
We've seen how well I drive.
it wasn't great. Hey, you can
As long as you don't do anything showboaty, because we've seen how well that works out too.
I'm gonna so pop a wheelie on your ass when you're not expecting it. Let me paint a picture. Okay, imagine like the American choppers,
maybe
long
I'll
handlebars,
just go ahead.
really long. That's a sidecar.
Maybe walking sounds like a great idea. How far is it to this East Hyde Park again?
Okay, well I'll see you over there, bud. Starts going away.
Okay.
I'll
Fine,
definitely take you
I get it.
sometime, I can tell you that.
I'll go ahead and get into the sidecar.
Alright. A little demasculating, but you do it. What do you care?
You can rob
Everything
bitch
you've
if you
been
want.
through. Alright. And you guys make your way then to East Hyde Park, just for, I don't know, something. And it is 2 in the morning. If you guys want to leave it there. I don't want to go too far
Well,
without.
technically it's midnight.
Well,
Well,
no,
that's
I mean
fine.
depending on your time zone and what people are comfortable with. I could go several more hours, but I don't want to keep anybody later than what they're comfortable with.
My only concern is I don't want to go too far without Brother Dad for next session.
That's
so.
true.
Yeah.
I
I'm
was up at 5:30 this morning, so I'm dying over here.
Yeah, because I just missed you, so yeah. If you want to
yeah.
end it here, we can. We can
All
start
right.
it next session.
Whatever everyone wants to do, I'm fine because I can keep going.
Well, it sounds like that we don't want to proceed farther without death because I'm assuming he plays a key role in the storyline. And the more we go ahead and continue without him, the more it's going to make it harder on our lovely storyteller to try to twist the tale to make it work. And then, of course, E.T. does need some rest because her new job is a wee hour in the early morning kind of job.
Every so often, yes.
Yeah, so I
Sounds
think
like,
what I'll...
calling it here then.
Yeah, it sounds like it's probably
Alright.
the best. But I'll go ahead and go to intermission for my live stream. Thank you for watching, folks. I'm not done for the evening. I'll probably go ahead and do something else just after this. But again, if you're just here for the Vampire the Masquerade campaign, this is going to be it for the night. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. But that'll be it for the evening. Again,
Hashtag save Lynn.
yes. Save Lim from her adopted demon horse. That likes to
I thought we
eat-
had an understanding. It blew up in my face.
Yeah, it had an understanding about you. You made an assumption about it.
Oh, shush.